Hello and welcome to the Rogue Valley Roleplayers, and to our very first episode. Saddle up your horses and strap on your shooting irons, folks, because today we are headed into the weird and wild west.
I'm Dave, I'm the GM.
My name's Ben, I'm playing Kane, the gunslinger.
I'm Rosemary, widow most foul.
I'm Tony, I'm playing Aurora, the U.S. Marshal.
I'm Lance, I'm playing Aritomo Nakamura, an enlightened samurai martial artist.
I'm JJ, I'm playing Bodaway, the shaman priest.
And I'm Ed, I am playing Gunther, Texas Ranger.
And we are playing Deadlands Reloaded.
I don't know where
Where
Black River
I assume I'm
operates.
just being sent to Denver or past Denver to investigate
I got my
something.
edges, I got my skills.
Do you know, Dave? Is it
I got
they
my
have the
orders.
rails listed up there?
So,
Yeah,
Alright, I see. I see Black
that
River.
is Black River.
Okay,
It goes from Dodge City to Denver.
there we go.
So you're basically just like, I'm tired of this, I'm hopping on the train.
No, my rail boss is on his way to Denver or something.
Yeah,
the one that's got my dice show.
Armor.
Oh, okay, there you go, you're in pursuit.
So
Yes.
then you're gonna use this book for all your gear.
Yeah, that's Black River's right there, and Union Blue's just above it.
Get there eventually. Okay. So, here we go. This is general
My
equipment,
motivation.
and then a little further in is your weapons and stuff.
Okay.
And you have the option of buying.
I'm being
El
deported
Cheapo
from the
gear.
Comanche area.
El Cheapo gear costs
You're going to watch the Broncos game.
50% less than what's listed in the book. But if you buy, like, say, El Cheapo clothing, you get a penalty to your charisma, which is going to affect your persuasion. And if you get, like, El Cheapo guns and stuff, it means that your gun might jam more often or break.
Okay.
And El Cheapo horse is going to be a lot.
So we're in Kansas, heading towards
Denver.
Denver. Are we in? Are we
You're
starting?
leaving Dodge City. You're either going to Denver for something, or you're leaving Dodge City to leave something behind.
I think there's a lead in
Speaking of which, since you got rid of Wanted Edge, your adversary, are you mostly after him, or is he still kind of after you anyway?
I think he's after me because I'm still alive, but it's mostly me after him.
Is that a cryptic answer or what?
Signed, Donald Trump.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you have to buy all your clothes too, right? Pretty much?
As far as I can tell, that's what I did.
Do they have every damn piece of clothing listed?
Yeah.
I don't think I bought a shirt.
Most games, I just assume you have the shirt on your back and
Yeah, I
skivvies and
assume we
everything.
had.
I do not have
Ronnie,
wrestling
right?
clothing.
So you like to
Yeah.
show off your chest.
Most games do, but since it's listed, I didn't want to assume.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my carry weight's going to go way down, and I'll have an extra few dollars to spend.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing to know because I would
Like,
prefer not
I
to
need
have
this
some
Stetson
of my
hat.
own clothes,
What's
but-
important?
I did
Well,
buy a hat.
I would say that you start off, unless you're going to have like a fancy hat, or if you want fancy clothes, I'd say everybody could start off with like a regular set of clothes
Okay.
without worrying about them weighing you down,
Fantastic.
costing you money. You know, like
Is that good?
what Dan did in the D&D game, you know, he had like fancy vest.
No, I have tons of fancy clothes.
And, you know, but so he spent money on that, but you know, when you guys started off in your regular
I'm
old
definitely going to want handcuffs, probably, if I'm about to.
So things like pants, shirt, long johns, we don't need to worry about, or is long john something that would be like, well,
that might be considered part of the winter clothing.
yeah, I didn't really consider
I
that.
wasn't really. I bought them, but I wasn't really sure of their relevance.
Stetson hat, duster, that I should pay money for.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Yeah, the
expensive.
coat and the hat you pay money for, but
What about boots?
depends on how fancy you want them.
I don't really want fancy. I just want a good set of.
I figure
I don't
everyone
want
has.
worn-out
Everyone who.
boots.
Do you have a horse?
I have a horse.
Then you probably have boots.
Well, I know I have boots. It's a question
I
of.
don't have lockpicks.
Am I
What's
spending? Are they
So
weighing me
you get
down? Am I
lockpicks,
spending money
like,
on
because
it?
I got the lockpicking skills. Like,
I don't have an
use
extra
that,
pair of
I don't have
boots.
lockpicks, basically.
You probably just have a normal pair, but
How do they do that?
They do have lockpicks.
Yeah, I think they do have lockpicks.
Yeah,
they do.
They're
My interpretation
$50 and they weigh a pound.
regular clothing isn't going to weigh you down.
So it's
So
And I have $250
Okay.
to
I'm
spend.
gonna-
I wouldn't
Yeah.
I wouldn't add that
if
to
you're
your
gonna get a horse,
encumbrance.
it's 150.
It's the stuff you're carrying.
Horse is $150.
you know.
Yeah.
We're not
Starting
considered
on a
encumbered when
train.
we're walking
Starting
around
on
normally.
where are our horses? They're on our train? On the train too?
So I figure most of my stuff.
Here's the weather boy?
Our horses? Are they on the train?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a car for those.
I'm basically being removed from the
And you had to
Kansas,
buy your
Oklahoma
weapons
area
too, and the
Yeah.
saddle.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
by way of train.
They bought you a ticket
Yeah,
and
so
said, get out.
basically a brand new horse is
So-
going to cost you $175.
Question then, if I
180
have
with saddlebags.
lockpicking skills and I
Yeah.
don't buy lockpicks, could I like look around for other things like a hairpin to use as a lockpick, or can
You can,
only
but you,
use
I might
lockpick-
impose a penalty.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be like, all right, lockpicking -2 or -1, depending on what it is you're trying to pick with. Because I don't mind that whole, like, you know, Hannibal Lecter gets a piece of a pen and immediately is out of handcuffs. I've actually tried to pick handcuffs, watching a video on YouTube, and still couldn't get the goddamn things open. So,
Were they on your wrist?
no.
I think I want
Or like
a horse.
Fallout, where you can just pick up any bobby.
It's fit a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want
Yes.
to get a horse.
They're much more effective than lockpicks.
Yes.
You know. They think bottle caps are worth money, too, so.
Yeah, saddle. Yeah, I'm right there. So that's 175.
Still need a cheapo horse.
I need a gun.
But I got $15 more.
What are you all choked up about?
Breathing wrong.
That's no good.
Drinking and breathing. Okay.
Another gun. Have a shotgun.
Ooh, a ghost trail.
So what's
Does
the
anybody want a beer, cider, water?
what's the difference between
Warm
I guess
up.
the
I could use
1840
a beverage.
Cider, please.
The
Cider
1840 model?
And
It's just cheaper, but it weighs more.
Any can of beer.
Get more shots.
It could be just that. The English 1840. Also, it takes 2 rounds to reload.
alright.
Or actually, give me one of Lance. Give me another one of Lance's bottles, please.
Yeah. So if you use up all your shots, then you have to spend 2
Yeah, the
rounds
Citrus
reloading
Mistress.
instead of just 1.
Oh,
So it can.
Oh, that's right. I was double
but I
checking on
have
IMDb.
more shots.
Red
than
Sun,
the other ones,
1971.
so-
Wow.
And it's way-
Charles Bronson to
it's
Shiro
cheaper,
Mifune.
So I'll do the 18.
And Ursula Andress. Hey, girl.
Now, if you want, you can take the Rupert's pepper box. There's just
Now, it's been a long time since I've seen it. There's a character in it
So
named
what does
Paco.
that do?
The
Need
pepper
to buy
box.
those.
Yeah, what is that?
It looks like it does.
The gang robs a train and
Just costs
steals a
$1
sword.
more.
Steals a sword
You
meant
don't
for
have to.
a gift from the Japan to the
You
U.S.
don't-
president.
Yep.
You don't, you
So
only
the
send
samurai
$1
that was guarding it, Toshiro
Oh,
Mifune,
okay.
he teams up with a gunslinger, Charles Bronson, to go retrieve it.
Oh really? A red sun, huh?
Yeah.
Pepper box.
Another one. It's like The Odd
That
Couple,
is a
but
gun.
Old West. It's a pretty good flick. As I recall, I haven't seen it in a long time. Thank you, sir.
First, you were looking at it after you won us.
All right, so Eric is going
I was looking
to
at
Denver because what
What
again?
was it, like 14 ounces? 16 ounces.
Oh,
You're
my character.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
same
were-
thing. Like
You're Eric, right?
Or did
Or did you change it?
No, I am.
Okay.
I'm thinking, because we played with Eric all the
Right,
time.
no. Yeah, I know.
Confused me too.
Well, that's what you get for picking a name.
Yeah.
You should change it to Dietrich or something.
I named it after someone I knew.
Whoa, that's like a hard.
I suppose-
Yeah,
Like
the
you said,
Rangers
Germany.
sent me up there to investigate something. I don't know what yet.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
They said that's fine. I need to check in with somebody in Denver, and yeah.
I think I'll take it.
Is that your phone? I
Yeah.
like the case.
Oh, thank
I bet Ed would too.
Yeah, it's darndest.
I just saw the TARDIS and I was like, hey. He built his wife a bookcase that looks like the TARDIS.
Oh, that's
Pretty,
so cool.
It's pretty awesome.
So that is £1.
Now, if only you can make it bigger inside. She's all of her books in there.
That's the books. It's bigger on the
So
inside.
we don't have to carry the horse and saddle as weight, right?
No.
We're the weight.
This horse is getting tired.
I think you're doing it wrong. You're carrying the horse.
This is what you get to buy an El Cheapo horse.
This is a beast.
Not covered a lot of mileage if you're carrying the horse.
Is it lame? A lame horse?
Yes. What do you carry some crap for me? I gotta carry it around. Damn El Cheapo horse.
That's what you call a really cheap horse.
And boat away. Is it boat away?
Yep.
Okay, boat away. You said you're being.
I'll just say I'm being escorted out
Yeah,
of the
What's your
Not deported. You're being repositioned.
Kansas, Oklahoma area.
20
For 20
pounds.
pounds?
Yep.
Yep. You're now Colorado's problem.
It's probably by another tribe. You were over there preaching your beliefs, and the
Cherokee.
the locals there weren't
Or
having it.
actually, it was Comanche.
Coyote Confederation. So get him out of here. And Aratomo, you're in pursuit of the dice show. Aurora.
Following a lead.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense for you. Kane, you were. Well, you said you had been. Okay, so you moved from Washington, D.C. to Kansas with your folks who were trying to homestead, and a certain
Stuff happened.
a
they
certain
died.
a certain major.
So did you get my text message I sent you?
No.
No.
There's another.
When did you send it?
Just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, remember that part where I said my phone's probably plugged in the other room?
No.
We're passing notes under the table.
We're texting apparently. It's the new passing notes.
Let's be cyber secure.
I don't know enough about guns to know which would be.
Which one are you looking at?
I don't really know.
Colt Peacemaker.
Yeah,
That's what we
what
all
I was
want.
looking
High
at.
damage, low weight.
Question is, do you want single action or double action?
Here's
Double action, you can double tap, boom boom, 2 bullets, one.
Here's the other thing to consider: is how much do you intend? How much shooting do you plan to do?
Right.
Because your goal is to
Just
get them in
enough to
close
kill
and
all
suck
my
their
enemies.
face so that they've let their guard down.
But if you want to look cool, fanning the
But like
hammer,
when
firing
you're in
off
a
6
tight
shot.
spot, like in a tight, like talking my way out, like I want to have a good
you need a
gun
single
to
action
defend
for that.
myself with.
You never go wrong.
So
with
there's
that.
another Kang
Yeah,
in
that's what I'm thinking.
a Deadlands group?
No,
Another
we got
what?
Chang.
Chang, Kang.
Chang,
Chang.
this is Kane.
Boy,
Yep.
get mixed up. Already.
He had a brother who went somehow disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Peacemaker.
Yes.
He went out.
I had a
went out on
brother.
a walk and never came home.
Yes, his name was Abel. No, I didn't kill him. Assholes.
Liar.
So you say.
I'm going to be going to Denver, right? I
Yep.
think to follow a rumor.
Denver.
It's like hunting a bounty.
You're on your way into your
Yeah, have you
next
picked a
battle.
name for your character yet?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
How about your hindrances?
Yeah, so I got a major vow, which is to avenge
the vow for
my
vengeance.
husband's murder.
Okay.
And then a minor phobia, claustrophobia, and then minor stubborn.
Are we going to be thrown together in circumstances, or should we be
That's the
making
grape shot pistol.
connections with the other players?
Well,
$25.
funny you should mention that.
Three of us are chasing after the same person.
I'm sorry, what came after claustrophobia? I spelled it wrong and I was correcting it
No.
after I made fun of JJ.
Holy shit.
I like
And you get the underslung.
I was like, claustrophia? What the hell is
okay.
that?
For both, for
That's a very
25?
bad
Yeah.
disease.
Oh yeah,
You
I'll
don't
do
want
that then.
It's a fear of clusters.
It's a fear of Klaus Kinski.
That's
Yeah,
why it's
explain that one.
$25 because you're getting two
Klaus
guns.
Kinski.
Yeah.
Just an old-timey actor that was kind of creepy looking.
Do you think it's a good idea to save
German
money
dude, I
or
think.
just spend it all?
I like all
No way.
all that.
I would save a certain amount for
I don't remember what the hell he was in.
costs starting out.
Oh.
But don't forget you also have to buy ammunition,
Oh yeah.
Bang, bang.
which is going to be
And
hard.
shotguns So that's
What was that third hindrance? I'm sorry. It was claustrophobic.
minor stubborn.
Oh, stubborn. Okay, gotcha.
But you only get one shot with the shotgun.
Oh, so make it count.
Yeah.
That's why
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even notice you put that in front of me. I thought it was one of the blanks.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be
So
I don't
that's
think so.
reviewing
So
anything
you
else.
want to check your calibers.
Okay.
So the pistol part of
You're
it
paying more money now.
and then
and the shotgun
So-
part is 16 gauge,
.22.
.22.
30 some
So-
bucks, man.
Here's
$3.
your cost for your 22s.
75 cents.
It's going to cost $2 per 50 bullets and weighs 3 pounds per 50
All right.
bullets. On your Lamat.
Rosemary's still working on it, but
it's going to cost you $3.
everybody else can make a bigger roll.
Weighs 5
Oh
pounds.
boy.
And for your shotgun shells, it costs you $2 per 20 and weighs 2 pounds per 20.
Okay,
Well,
so I
that's
think I
no
have enough
start.
money that I can get ammunition for all of them.
Bigger, you said?
Yep.
A
Is
success.
this something that wearing chaps would give me a bonus on?
Let me know if you get a raise.
Do we get bennies?
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess we should do this, just in case.
Because I need my first one.
Basically,
Got a nice coffin to put them in.
so it gives me 20 shells for
You're just gonna
$2.
throw them all in there? Okay, I thought there was like a certain number you gotta count out, right?
I got a raise.
I'm doing that right now. Because we were using the greens as the whites, so.
Question is, do I want
Three
to
bucks
or
for
am I using my bennies? I might actually make a cowboy one. This is the same guy who uses.
Keep in mind, it's, you gotta buy a gunned up holster for that.
Oh,
You don't have
I
to.
don't know if I have a Native American figure.
You can just like, stick it in your
Yeah, that's
pocket.
true. It's just
I was
like
samurai
a cord.
figurine if you want me to bring one for you.
Oh.
What?
Over your
I was samurai figurine if you want me to bring one.
that mine went
Control
way
holster.
dirtier than
I do
He's
not
not
have
gonna
one.
want the
one. And then
fitting a tire on the rails.
Is that 3? I can't tell.
Keep all my
I don't know.
in a little pouch.
I'm gonna do a gun belt.
No. You know, I originally thought, yeah, I'll just use bullet shells again for this, and I'll just use different calibers. I was like, oh, but you'll just be able to feel
Yeah.
which one's which. But apparently not in bad. You can't tell if he's got 3 poker chips in his hand.
Pull out what you have and grab another one if you need it.
Alright. So yeah, grab 3 unless you got a thing that gives you more.
Or less.
Shit. Or grab all
Put
those.
bennies on the floor. Grab all the black ones.
Yeah.
Oh, greens, that's good.
Go ahead and hold on to it, because Tony needs it too.
I used one.
Rosemary will. Oh,
I used one.
okay.
There you go.
I don't think it goes back in there. It changes the odds.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So I'm drawing 3.
Hey, now you're looking, damn it.
Yes.
Oh, you used one of yours already?
Yes.
Just a regular one?
So 3
I know.
So you draw 3.
He gets only 2 bennies.
Tony
He
can
picks
feel colors.
2 legendaries.
You get
Really?
3.
Yeah.
You got 3 up
You
there.
put legendaries in there?
Well, no, the black ones are the blue ones, actually.
Oh.
Isn't that what we were doing?
No,
just
those
one
ones
year
are the
put the
white
black ones.
ones.
I was
Oh, well.
at the tail end of it when everyone was at legendary status.
Oh, okay, well, here.
The pot doesn't ordinarily get.
I'm trying to keep the same
Yeah.
thing that we were doing before.
We build up.
Yeah. Because you earn the legendary chips by doing
No, I know.
great things.
Oh, I know
Wanna
that.
spend a
I just
benny.
thought we were using the blacks as blues last time. I don't remember getting a D6 plus 2 with them. I remember getting a plus D6 with them.
No, you shouldn't be getting a D6 plus 2.
Well,
You just never got them, that's all.
that might be it too, yeah. I was pretty good at picking all the green and red ones out of the pile for
There's
everybody
still
else.
a ton of them.
I want to see that one.
Yeah, do I want to spend the benny then? That's the question.
Well, the train's wrecking, so it's up to you.
Oh.
I'll let you know that. So
Fine.
you're probably trying to avoid coming out of the train with your head on backwards.
Probably. Wait.
So are the green the white?
Yes, the greens are the whites,
Okay.
and then the rest of the colors should
Those
be.
are the ones that you get.
I got a simple, and now I only have 1 chip left.
You just use this as a.
Yeah,
The white
is regular white.
Right. Oops.
I did not want. Well, No, plus D6 when I roll not help.
Yeah.
So I'm at
'Cause
220.
I would have got 3. Well, no, I would have 5, I guess.
Oh, the red.
I can't get lockpicks. Dang it. I think I'll call.
So what do the colors do again?
So a green's a regular Benny.
Okay.
The red, you can use it as a regular Benny, or you can use it to add a D6 to your what your result was. But if you do that, then I get to draw an extra Benny for the bad guys.
Okay.
A blue lets you add the D6, and it's just an awesome chip because I don't get to do anything about it. You just add a D6 to your roll.
Or it's a reroll.
Or a reroll, but
That's good.
Why would you?
normally you just
If
want to
you
add a
make a
D6.
bigger roll or
Yeah, unless you really gank the roll.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
Well, if you came up a 1 on your skill die, you might still want to reroll it.
That's true.
So I put how
Because
much
even
I have
adding a
left
D6, you might get the bad
for
things.
my money down here?
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, knowing that, I know we've had a couple of rerolls. So, and just so you know, in case you feel like spending more bennies, so there's an explosion, the train wrecks, and you get bumps and bruises for 2 levels of fatigue, unless you made your vigor roll, in which case you only get 1 level of fatigue, and if you got a raise, then you don't have any. You came out like Bruce Willis and Unbreakable. Yeah, it's not wounds, it's just bumps and bruises.
Yeah.
It's still a -2 to everything
So-
you do, but
If you're gonna roll whatever you type your vigor is,
okay, which is 6.
and then an additional D6. For
so
your
if anybody else would like to spend bennies to change their fate on that one,
Your last.
he's thinking about it.
I'm thinking about maybe spending the D6. But I won't, because I passed.
Oh.
I
So you
didn't
just have
get
a
raised.
-1.
Wait, so I roll
Yeah.
the one
You roll
die?
both.
You
No.
roll both of them.
You still
So
get
you're
your
rolling 2D6.
you still get your yeah. You should pick a different looking D6 if you have one to be your wild die all the time.
Like
Yeah.
this one?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
always do. Because sometimes what happens on your skill die makes a difference.
So.
Alright, so
that's...
a 5 is a regular success, which means in this case, you can either re-roll it to try to get an 8 or better.
You
Or-
spend your fate shift to get the reroll to get So your target number is 4, and then for every
increment of
plus 4 over that is a raise.
So if you get an 8 or better, it's a raise. It was what you need to get through this completely unscathed.
So if I roll a 5, I just come out with minor bumps and bruises?
Right.
I'm fine with
It's a level of fatigue. It just basically gives you a -1 to your subsequent
Yeah.
rolls for a while.
So you don't
Until you can
move
kind of
far,
recover
you
from
take a -1 everything.
the shock of
Easy to recover from.
getting bashed around with the train. But it's not a wound, which is much harder to recover.
Or I could spend a poker chip.
Or you can spend a poker chip and reroll and see if you can get an 8. But basically you'd have to get a,
Yeah, I think I'll hold on to
But
the
if you use the
poker.
red one, though, you can just use
Add.
it to get a D6 to add more to your 5.
then you'd only need a 3 or better on a D6
Right.
to get a raise.
But he
Not
gets
that
to draw
lucky.
another chip if you do that.
Which I haven't even drawn any yet, but
I don't think I'll just take minor bumps and bruises.
okay. So is everybody sorted on that?
Yep.
Yeah.
What about our horses?
Ow, my elbow hurts.
That's why you buy the El Chico horses.
Sprain my bobo.
What is their horses all dead? Why
There's
not
$150
horse?
down the drain.
I thought about telling everybody not to bother buying horses.
No, we suffer the results of it.
But, well, I also hadn't determined this was going to be the start of the game. Like I said, if somebody decided they were going to take the old ways oath, I was going to be like, alright, I guess we're not on a train.
But if you didn't happen to buy trail rations,
There's a
we've
huge
got lots of
stagecoach
horse meat to
disaster.
eat now.
Huh?
We have lots of horse meat to eat now if you didn't have trail rations.
Well, even if I had taken the old ways, I could have been near the wreck of the train. Traveling.
And your horse still could have gotten squashed by the trash train.
Right.
I could have, yes.
You're riding beside the rails as the train fell over.
In that case, it would have been a dexterity check.
Kaboom.
No, it wouldn't. There's no such thing as dexterity in this game.
Or agility.
Later you start and you get squashed by a train. Make a new character.
Alright, Kane.
You killed JJ.
You come stumbling out of the wreckage of the train.
Who?
Kane.
Okay, you're looking at me. I'm like,
Are you Kane?
no.
No, he's not Kane.
Who's Kane?
I'm Kane.
You're
Kane.
Kane.
I'll name my character Sarah, I think.
Okay.
Alright.
The name you always wanted instead of.
I haven't come up
Yeah.
with a last name yet.
I usually name characters after the people I've known in life.
Smith.
That is my last name,
I know.
actually. So,
It's nice and common.
Sarah Smith, yeah.
There you go.
There's a lot of them.
So, I had friends with very, very normal last names growing up, so I had a bunch of NPCs named after them. Like, hey, Tom Johnson, friend from high school.
Dave Davidson.
Yeah. Dave Robinson.
Russian Jewish family, Scottish last name.
So yeah, you come stumbling out of the wreckage of the train, and you remember you see a body that got thrown from the train.
Was it Mama?
Hmm?
Was it Mama?
But not thrown. I was going to say it's an elderly woman, but hadn't thought of that angle.
And also, fuck you, my family's dead.
Not your mom.
It's not yo mom.
It was somebody you had somebody you'd had a discussion with on the train before it crashed, and
More of an
you
argument.
immediately flash back to telling her a tale of a desire.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, Tale of a Desire.
Yep.
Um,
You just remember this because you stumble out of the train and you see her
The streetcar.
dead, sightless eyes looking at you. Then immediately flash back to like, oh, I was just talking to her on the train. She was alive a minute ago. I was telling her about.
I'm thinking.
I know. Putting everybody on the spot already.
Killing her while thinking.
Yeah.
This is the thing. This is the thing in the book that's very called interlude. It's a little role-playing moment for everybody, which I wanted to do in the first sessions.
I'm
So
still trying to think of a name for my horse.
I was
Don't worry
telling
about
her.
I don't think you.
Wait. Ben's talking.
I was telling her that I was headed for Denver.
oddly enough, she was too.
Yeah. Because I heard there were new opportunities for work there for a gun hand like myself, and I desired to become a better shot like my father.
Alrighty. Sarah.
Impromptu role playing. Go.
We'll actually say. Actually, okay. Did anybody actually get two, or did everybody Benny their way out of that? Does anybody have 2 levels of fatigue?
No,
Who else has
That
one
one.
besides Sarah?
I got one.
You, huh? All right. We'll do a little gender reversal here. Sarah, you drag a Texas Ranger out of the wreckage of the train.
Whoa.
You realize we totally forgot to do intros.
Whose name happens to... Well, we're kind of introing right now.
Right.
So,
We don't know.
By the
all one
news?
another.
That he had with him.
yeah, right.
We're 6 strangers on a train bound for Denver.
That's right. You're all going to murder somebody for the other person. Hitchcock times 6. So yeah, you end up dragging a Texas Ranger
Nice.
out of the wreckage of the train and kind of help him reorient himself, and you guys end up discussing things and bonding a little bit, and you tell him about the King of Diamond, or Spades. Was that victory? You tell him of a victory
Victory?
that you had in your past.
Ooh.
And he will
I'll
commiserate
tell
with
him
telling
that-
you a desire he has.
This is... You know, if I survived the time when the bandits came to the farmstead and shot up my chickens and my livestock and my freaking husband, then god damn it, I can survive a freaking train crash, and so can you.
Notice the husband came after the unulus by the towel. They killed my chickens, they killed my poultry and my cow. I want my husband.
Oh my goodness!
And you don't seem as dead as him.
I would cry for you, but I'm all out of tears for the chickens.
But hey, that could be when you decided you were gonna. That might be when you discovered your powers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, this happened. These guys raided your farm, killed your husband, and all of a sudden you started doing things you didn't realize you could do, and fucked them up.
Yeah.
Vow of vengeance.
Yeah.
Avenge your chickens.
So.
And cattle.
And
Oh yeah, the husband thing.
All right.
Your husband has the hindrance afterthought.
So Eric, a goal or desire,
A goal or desire.
or it could be material possession, could be just glory,
Yeah. Well.
could be you want
One
to be as
day
cool
I'll
as
be
Walker
promoted to
Ranger.
sergeant.
Yeah. Tell you about heading to Denver and getting to back. Well, because Denver's a pretty big city. It's bigger than Dodge City right now, I'd say, right? Even back then.
Dodge City's pretty big.
Yeah, they're both about the same,
Yeah, that's probably.
but
I've actually been to Dodge City
but
and Denver.
Denver's a little more. I mean, one of the reasons some of you might be going there is Dodge City is
Super duper violent.
yeah. It's a mix of Union and Confederate peoples living together. It's sort of supposed to be a neutral city, but gunfights break out all the time, and it could be because somebody said Trump sucks. So, Freudian slip. I meant Jefferson Davis is a dick.
For those of you listeners wondering what our political alignments are,
Exactly. We're the people in Oregon who don't stab strangers on trains.
yeah.
So, Denver's, Union. So, it's got that going for it.
Wow. Going for it now.
According to the other lawman on the train, who we will get to.
It has that whole not kind of a split open battlefield thing going for it.
Right.
Yeah.
You can say that.
But, yeah, you could walk there wearing your badge and not have somebody immediately want to fight you.
Wow.
So-
Not immediately.
Just because of that.
eventually.
You're a gunman whose family was murdered?
Yes. Although you probably don't know that yet.
Oh, okay. Texas Ranger. What?
How?
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
And then martial artist and.
Federal Marshal.
Is there any historical basis anyone ever said how?
No.
Yeah. How do you
Other
do?
than in
Yes.
Well, there we go. The two outsiders on the train. We'll just flash back to you guys probably found each other on the train and actually talked to each other because you're not prejudiced against the other race.
Nobody else talks to us.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll just flash back to before the train crash and you guys were talking, and Bodaway tells you about tragedy.
Ooh.
The Comanche drove the Apache from my homeland, and I seek the days when we shall return to that fertile area. And then he died on the way to the west.
So you're an Apache?
That's like, what tribe do you come from? You are an Apache?
Yes. You do not. You are Chinese?
No, I'm not Chinese, I am Japanese. Everybody here thinks I am Chinese because I look Asian, but I am not. I come from an island far away.
Everybody thinks I'm Indian.
So, kind of the same thing. You don't look like they do, so they think you are all the same.
Apache.
You come from a completely different continent.
Would you like fries with that? I have a sweet smelling cap.
You have reached steampunk tech support.
And of course, the former samurai returns your commiseration with a tale of victory. Well, we haven't had love yet. Guess what's due. Better start thinking about it there. Never know, though. Might just not be any hearts on the top of the deck.
Oh, so what suit you draw determines what story to tell?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. There's this little thing here,
I'm waiting
only
for the
goes by
Joker
the,
to show up because something
just goes by the
bad
suits.
will happen then.
Whatever the suit of the card is.
Tell them your life story.
Hey Dave, that goat cheese is probably not good anymore.
No, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, it's out on the counter right now because I'm softening it up, but it was dated June 8th, which is why I didn't eat it already. I was saving it for when everybody was here, and there's crackers in the pantry, so whatever you feel like throwing in the last tray there.
Well, he sniffed it and...
No, I just remember that I bought it.
You bought it a while ago.
Passover.
I know. And it got chucked in the fridge, and it fell behind something, and I found it, and I was like, oh shit, is this still good? It's like, oh, this is still good. Maybe I'll eat it. And I was like, maybe I should save it for the guy who bought it. And the rest of the gang, so... It's just on the counter right now because it's hard as a rock when it's refrigerated. So anytime we want, people can have it with some crackers if they want.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your scene.
Sorry, give me time to compose my thoughts.
I found goat cheese I didn't know I had. That's a victory.
Victory of love.
I'm sorry, as I say, that's victory, desire, and it's everything but tragedy. It would have been tragedy.
It was almost tragedy if it was expired.
It would have been tragedy if it had been expired, but it wasn't. So.
Then it would not have been victory. So.
Victory that you had it, but a victory that quickly turned to tragedy once you realized.
Yeah.
Then it was regret.
Yes, a tale of regret.
Taste of regret.
So you said your name was Bodaway?
Bodaway.
Your tale reminds me of something that may soon come for your people. I've been prisoner of the Black River Railroad for many moons. But I met a man named Chang who taught me, among others, skills that helped us overcome the people that enslaved us. It's for that reason that I am leaving this area as fast as I can to move to Denver and follow a man that I hope someday will face one more trial that I will have victory over and reclaim my family's daisho.
Funny, you never mentioned the pestilence part.
That was much later.
Much later.
You are very strange.
That's what they all say. My name is Aritomo. Nice to meet you, Bodaway.
What was that name again?
Aritomo.
Haritomo?
Aritomo.
Alright. Oh, your character's female. I forgot. Aurora.
Yeah.
What?
So
That's what I had a mini of. Was a female.
Okay, works for me.
Yeah.
I think I've played like 4 female characters in a row now with between Sethra Triesca and my battle maiden, Alira. There was one before that, I don't remember what it was, but...
What was your character's name, Ed?
Eric.
Eric?
Yeah. With a CH.
You're going 2 in a row now too, between your Kikita and now you made a new Taku battle maiden.
Yeah.
Kane.
Alright, Aurora.
Eric.
Aurora, you stumble out of the train and you're shaking your head and you're hearing the ringing in your ears and you're shocked and you look where the train was going and see that just complete devastation and wreckage and a few live people but quite a few bodies, and then you look back where the train was coming from and you see a car still intact, still on the rails, just kind of rolling up, and you realize, my horse is probably in there!
Yay!
And sure enough, you think of love.
Because Fox and I have
Really
been
love
through
your
a lot.
horse.
My horse's name is Fox, and Fox and I have been through a lot.
That's hilarious. I didn't stack that deck while it actually happened.
And he has been the love of my life and career.
Boy.
Because I haven't had time to find someone else that makes me happy. Usually they're all obnoxious pigs.
Just remember, a name means no.
Nay means nay.
Alright, well, everybody gets a Betty for getting thrown in the deep end of the role-playing pool right away.
Yay! Yay for bennies.
Pass that out there. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh, the good ones are the good ones. That one you can use to add a d6 to your roll and no bad stuff happens for it.
Yep.
If you use the red ones to add a d6, that means I get an extra chip for the bad guys. But you can also use the red ones just as a regular one just to re-roll.
Oh, okay.
So the red ones are kind of a mixed bag. You can use them either way. But the blue one you can use as a d6, extra d6 to your roll for free.
For free.
Yeah.
Is that black one supposed to be in there?
No.
Yeah, it's the blue one.
Was it?
I've got to
These are
change them
just
all out.
simple rerolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot to change the other black ones out to blue. I was trying to keep the same thing that Ben was using, but like I said, I just forgot because we had so many black ones in the end of the game last time. I thought that he was using those as blue.
I think everyone who was like a horseman got the wrong too, right?
Yes. So that was just, everyone was already legendary, so I was kind of a war. I was like, okay, well, I'll put a certain number of legendary ships in every game.
No blue for the DM.
Yay! But when you spend the red, do we get bennies?
No.
No.
I know your answer. I'm asking him.
I just know I hated that question when I was running Deadlands. I will draw my gun from its holster and move over to check the vitals of this lady that I was talking to on the train, see if she's
Okay.
still alive or not. I don't actually have the healing skills, so I probably
Okay.
don't know what I'm doing.
Alright, just give me a notice roll.
Yeah, she's dead. Touching her foot.
Right.
It doesn't seem to be breathing.
I got a 9.
Okay.
8, actually.
Alright.
Still raised.
No, just based on my earlier description, dead sightless eyes looking at you, you're pretty sure she either is in a staring contest with you, or she's gonna win.
Oh man, I've been challenged. I gotta stare this lady down now. No.
Or it could be the fact that she's lying on her stomach and is looking up at you. Yeah. Yeah, you notice a lot of the bodies look like that. They're twisted and crumpled in ways that
Well, then
should
I'm
not
gonna
happen.
start scanning, looking for the source of this explosion,
Okay.
and maybe moving towards other survivors that I might see,
Sure.
like party members.
Right, yeah. Yeah, in fact, well, with your raise, you quickly assess your erstwhile companion on the train as being the casualty of the crash, and you see the horse car kind of just come rolling up to a stop, and
Hold that thought.
a marshal staring at it, and there's like tears streaming down his face.
Her face.
Her face, sorry, yeah.
Her face.
Okay, I'll move over to the marshal. Got my gun out, but I'm not like aiming it or anything. You know,
Right.
non-threatening. You probably notice a guy. He's maybe 26 years of age or so. He's got a long brown duster and a brown Stetson as well.
Oh, right.
What?
Just like I don't have chat.
Oh, I got chaps.
So I'm wearing a fedora, and I got the chaps and the trench coat.
Alright. You injured,
Short red hair.
ma'am?
Nope, I'm in good condition. Came away from that a lot luckier than I probably should have.
Uh-huh.
You had a horse too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you realize Enoch is probably in that car as well.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna go and check the horses. before I look for other
There they
survivors.
were, 4 white horses.
Hey, while you're in there, check on my ride. His name is Enoch.
What's it look like?
A horse.
Yeah. Of course.
Four-legged.
I was gonna say he's a painted Mustang.
Okay. I'll go ahead and once I get there, I'll bring all the horses out and kind of tie them to the train so people can
Okay.
hopefully pick up their own horse.
I'll turn and start looking.
I'll look
for
at
other
her, thank her
survivors.
for helping. Like, oh, thanks for the help.
Okay.
We gotta help other people now.
This is when you upgrade because you get the free. You drop your own bag and get a free fresh horse.
Is there a better horse?
I thought about that. Like, well, I could just kill all the horses and then have them take horses.
Is this your horse, sir?
This one's not no cheaper.
Hey, that's my horse. What are you doing with my horse?
He happened to collide with the train that was going to the Kentucky Derby.
Awesome.
Legendary horses.
I will make my way over to the horse car as well.
Okay.
We all start stumbling towards a horse car, limping.
So, as soon as you say we have to help other people, she staggers off and goes to the horse car.
It's sort of like the husband scenario. My chicken, my cow, oh yeah, my husband.
Hey, horses are people. Wait a minute.
I say, it's a woman after my own heart. Like, fuck the people, I'm just help the animals.
If I see someone on the way to the horse car, I might stop and check if they're okay.
You know, they right to the left.
And I'm actually probably heading more towards whatever just exploded to investigate
Okay.
that.
I'm shaking my head knowing I shouldn't have trusted this.
Right.
These
I'm gonna start
crazy
sending
Did you
survivors.
guys, I can't remember, did you guys come out unscathed or you
I'm
Bumps
unscathed.
and bruises.
bumped up a little bit? Okay. Alright, so Bodaway, who came out unscathed, what are you doing when you first emerged from the train? You probably assisted Aratomo
Yeah.
on the way out of the wreckage. And
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You do notice that there's a few other people kind of wandering around. At the beginning of Lost, we just need a jet engine for some poor bastard to get sucked into.
Right.
I knew that was happening. As soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, somebody's going through that thing.
I am perplexed. Normally, I've never seen these things
Fail.
I mean, they just go down the like, well, okay.
Well, you know they've been attacked before and get robbed, but usually the robbers like stop it by putting something along the tracks. In this case,
I'm sort of looking for
something destroyed the tracks.
something like that, robbers or something.
Okay.
Because this doesn't seem like it would be a natural event, even though I don't ride these things all the time. This doesn't.
Give me a notice roll.
Double ones. Ah, yeah, there's dirt. I'm standing on dirt.
Right.
I'm kissing the ground, actually, because I survived without scratches.
Hey, Chief. Survivors are gathering over there by the horse car.
He just looks at you kind of
You
demurely.
understand what I'm saying?
Chief?
Horse cart. That way. Survivors that way.
Oh.
And I keep going.
Well, he's continuing to hug the ground, I guess.
Okay. So, Aritomo, what are you doing when your recently found companion throws himself on the ground and starts hugging and kissing it because he's so happy to no longer be in the
brief
big mechanical monster that broke.
I watch Kane walk by as he goes looking for other survivors, and I look over at Bodaway. What is it, Chief? you chief, though. What does he mean by chief?
So like everyone call you Chinese, but you're not Chinese.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's exactly what that.
Yeah.
So all Indians are chiefs.
He sort of shrugs.
Only the ones from Kansas City.
Wrong side of the state for that, though.
So we make our way towards the horse cart.
Well, start getting up and following. Obviously, I'm oblivious to my surroundings. And then people who. Them.
The horses appear to be completely unarmed.
All right.
Unarmed or unarmed?
Unharmed.
Once I'm mounted up on my horse,
Both.
I'm
Yeah.
head to the front, looking for an issue. Now that I have faster transportation than walking.
And I've already went up to look at what exploded.
Right.
As I come across survivors, NPCs, or otherwise.
Can I search the horse cart for any useful items that might be lying around in the cart?
There's the saddles.
The conductor.
What are you doing in the horse cart?
Exactly.
Like rope or something
Well,
like that, though? Or?
Let's put it this way. There were enough horses in there that anybody who didn't buy one can have one now.
Or
With tack and harness and all that.
Damn it, Enoch, why did I waste 500?
because you put initials on your saddle.
I know. Named my horse and everything. I just could have gotten it for
Oh, I want to raid other people's saddles then and grab like their blankets and their like ropes and their canteens and their ammunition.
You don't want any ammunition in there.
Oh, look, there's one has a shotgun in the saddle. Not anymore.
Nobody left valuables in their saddlebags, unfortunately.
Even those of us who did. My horse came to me.
Actually, you could probably get a saddle bag,
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
That's better.
which is not a saddle. It comes separate.
All right, Eric, you were moving up the tracks, and yeah, it definitely looks like this was not an accident.
Okay.
Somebody blew up the tracks.
The tracks, not the train. Okay. Any signs of like ghost rock residue?
But they did it like right when the train was coming by, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like blown up a long time ago, or they may have spotted it and stopped the train in time.
Does it seem like just dynamite, or maybe ghost rock, or
Give me a notice roll.
Smells like
You are a veteran of the Weird West, so you might recognize.
I have knowledge of cold and all that too. If I need to. Well, that's 2 2s, so.
You're not sure. Something blew up.
What if I was investigation? Use an investigating roll instead of notice.
Oh, sure. Yeah. That'll work.
Investigation is more research, book research and stuff.
No. In this setting, it's more, somewhere like.
Examining clues and
that kind of thing. Like, what am I trying to say? Like CSI kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a 5.
Okay.
Tasting the.
No, it doesn't
Crater.
seem like you don't think ghost rock was used in this.
Okay.
good old-fashioned dynamite.
By the way, ghost rock is a strange new mineral that's in the Weird West. Oh, you already explained it to you?
I read up a little bit about
Okay.
it.
It's a super
It's
cold.
what powers like this steampunk machine.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. It's the
It burns
magic rock.
hotter.
Is there like a
longer
dead cord
than
or
regular
something
coal,
running off
and
the
when
hill
you-
somewhere?
It releases like a white smoke,
Oh.
and it screams
screams
when you burn it.
Ooh.
Why, yes.
Eerily.
Yeah. You believe you could follow that and find the detonator
Soul
somewhere over there
Yeah.
by that copse of trees.
Like Piccolo Pete's.
Well. And who else is around me now?
Probably.
I don't know. Is anybody else?
I was moving up
There was
looking
no
for survivors and kind of
Okay.
making my way towards the front of the accident.
Well, I don't know if anybody's right next to you, but
Well, or just nearby. Like after I take
Right.
time, like if they get here, I can be like,
let everybody know.
no. Especially if they're like armed and.
Well, let me ask them. What do you guys? So those of you who've reclaimed your horses, or taken one that claimed one that was whose rider is probably dead now. What are you guys doing once you get the horses?
I was heading up to the front of the crash.
Right. Okay. So I knew you were doing that.
I hadn't actually retrieved my horse. I just ascertained that the horse car was in one piece, and then started looking for people.
Okay.
I was raiding the horse car for supplies.
That's right. You looter.
Comes out riding my horse.
Find this one!
Finders keepers, losers keepers.
My jurisdiction here is kind of fuzzy.
She's a pure survivalist.
What?
Just, yeah. Death for horse thief.
I'm gonna take a look at the situation and think that I want to stick close to the Texas Ranger I saved for protection.
All right. Well, he's farther up the tracks.
So
You see him kind of
right up to
inspecting a spot on the tracks and the wreckage. Okay. Yeah, I like that idea. So yeah, you finish your inspection. You determine that. Obviously, you determined that it was blown up on purpose, and you even realized, like, okay, the detonator must have been over that way.
Yeah, like whoever's near me.
I don't think they. You don't think they used ghost rocks. They probably just used good old-fashioned dynamite.
Are you armed? What are you armed with right now?
I got a pistol on my side.
After all, ghost rocks expensive. So.
I have a pistol out.
Okay. And are you armed with anything?
I've got my guns, but they're holstered.
Okay.
Okay, you can't see what I'm actually armed with because my trench coat's covering it, but you can tell because of the
Yeah.
So I think I'll just be dressed like in a travel skirt with like a...
Dress however you want.
And I do have my marshal badge on.
I probably am not wearing or not openly showing my ranger badge knowing that I'm going into Union territory.
Everyone just knows you're a ranger because of your demeanor.
Yeah.
Because he looks like Chuck Norris.
Yeah. That. So I'm like...
Who played a ranger in a TV and...
You three look like you can handle yourselves. Debt cords running up into that copse of trees up there. Want to check it out? What are you guys?
I got my horse out of there. I'll
Have I reached you then yet?
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
that you three are there.
So we're all
That's why I was like,
lined
you
up.
three look like...
You have a horse?
They seem to know you, so I'm just following you around. Yeah, I have a horse that's on here.
You guys are... so you guys are discussing this and...
Ride towards those two, the front of the train.
Somebody who looks... probably from back east. Fancy dude-looking guy comes stumbling up and goes, thank God, I was wondering if there's any other survivors. And then you hear a shot ring out, and he friggin' looks down, sees the spreading red on his chest, and falls to the ground.
Run for cover.
And we're gonna do this thing.
Yeah.
Or we deal initiative. Oh, this is really awesome.
Oh,
You got quick, don't you?
I got quick.
So,
Two
the
quicks.
7.
I get the 7, yeah.
Woo!
Thank you for taking those.
Does anybody else have anything like that that's going to affect
I
the...
got
Oh, you have quick also?
Yeah.
Well, then you're going to get... Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's much better than 3.
Oh.
Gives Lance the Joker.
Oh, wait, there's a Joker plate, so he flips out, right?
What?
He left the room just for that reason.
That's funny. Okay. Yeah.
Joker.
Oh, I don't have a Joker.
So the Joker, when you get the Joker, you can go whenever you want in the round, including interrupting somebody else's turn. And everything you do gets a +2.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Jokers
they're
are
nice.
Hey, look at the...
Jokers are good.
There's
Unless you're Ed, because...
Yeah.
something I forgot.
So, I don't know what you decided to take in terms of your...
I got the boost.
I don't know.
Personality
the lower
change,
trait,
but-
and then the burst. and
Yeah.
the armor.
So,
I have delusional
Not
aliens
saying
right
it's
now, but I don't know if that's what I want to play for
Yeah, I
personality
don't want
change.
advice.
No, for a personality change, you should have something that's going to like alter what your normal demeanor
Yeah.
is.
We're able to.
But I don't know what
Should I
your,
do
I
that
don't know what your
now,
normal
or do we
demeanor is
do
going
it
to be.
later?
So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, you know, gritty Texas Ranger.
right.
Come to get my man. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Who am I to get in the way of love?
Yeah.
all right. Our time out.
I hear a shot.
You hear a shot ring out, and this guy that was wearing some really nice, fancy clothes, probably came from the eastern coast that you've never seen, drops down dead.
Blood rushes out, right?
After he survived the train crash and everything.
So, the instincts that my Shifu Chang taught me set in, and I compose myself and cast armor.
Nice.
Which, not necessarily cast, I just compose myself, and suddenly everything slows down. I become hyper alert. +2. So 7, not quite. I'm going to go and re-roll that one.
Alright. Going for the raise.
Yeah.
Is that
Damn it,
6?
I still got a 7. I'm gonna go one more. Son of a bitch. I got 3 7s. So I have to settle for that one. I'm gonna leave it alone. So I got a +2 to my toughness.
Okay.
Basically, bullets and stuff move slow, and I can quickly move out of the way and dodge them like bullet time, and
He was trying to get an 8 so he would get that raise.
which would give me a +4
So what does
to
the
my
raise
toughness.
do?
So
In his
armor normally gives you +2 to your toughness, but if you get a raise, you get +4.
+4. Oh.
yeah, and so he was trying to get that. He had a success with the very first roll, but he was going for the bigger success. Just didn't
Since
quite
I
get
had a
it.
joker, it gives me a +2.
Right, yeah. Yeah, the odds were in your
Part
favor.
of the thing is you
But the
sometimes
dice hate you.
you want to spend a penny on a successful roll because you're gambling to get that raise. Because when you like on an attack roll, if you get a raise, you just do extra damage.
Oh, okay.
One thing to keep in mind, if you do more than one thing per turn, it's called multi-action. And you get a -2 penalty for every additional action you do.
So you could do that, yeah, like drawing your pistol and firing it in the same round. Unless you
Two
have,
actions?
yeah, unless you have an edge called quick draw that lets you
Oh, okay.
Or a quick draw holster just makes it a -1.
makes a -1, but yeah. Or yeah, there's a bunch of multi-action things you could do. You could move a whole lot in one turn and still attack.
One thing you can't
So, like,
do is,
theoretically, you could, like, run up to an enemy and then
You can always
attack,
run.
kind of thing.
or not run, but you can always move. You get free movement,
Oh, okay.
and you can also do what's called running, where you roll a d6 and you get to move that many extra. In that case, you do get the multi-action penalty.
Oh.
The one thing you can't do for multi, and you can stack up multi-action. So, like, if you want to, you could move, run, cast a spell, and shoot.
Speaks on which.
And all that
Step off.
stacks. So you'd have
Throw
a
out some
-6
trash
penalty.
train cars.
Wow.
Or no, -4. Because you have -2 for your first multi-action penalty, running, and then you'd have a -4 for casting the spell. And that's cumulative on everything. So you take that -4 to, not the running because there's no skill, but you'd be -4 to your spell casting and -4 to your shooting.
Oh.
So the front of the car up there?
So, yeah, sure. We'll say, oh, here.
So one thing, the reason I was bringing that up, on Joker, you'll see a lot of times people will do multi-actions more often, because the +2 counters out the -2.
-2. That's nice.
We'll say this is the original explosion area that you guys had been investigating, so you can put your minis somewhere in that general area. Yeah, most of them are fantasy, so.
Yeah,
I have one guy with a gun. I don't know if he's up there or not.
I grabbed the
yeah,
guy
he's
again.
up there.
Oh, okay.
Which actually, he's probably going to be perfect for you.
You shouldn't say what I use for Noah Brown.
I noticed.
Oh yeah, he's the most Western looking guy I have.
I was going to say, apparently Finian's here is going to hide in shadows.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go like all out.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I don't have a
I just ordered paints today so I can paint my unpainted minis finally. I started painting a couple of them up there.
Where do you find the list for the miracle?
I only had a couple of solid colors. So
It's in under powers.
Okay.
It will just list. It will just tell you if
like
blessed.
moving
Like if it says no
In the
effect.
back of the book, it lists
Yeah.
under each one.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I never even looked in. Yeah.
It's like one of the last couple pages.
I had my own grimoire because as blessed you can you don't pick spells. You can cast any of them.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Available powers by arcane background. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So Sarah, you hear that shot ring out?
I would like
Yeah.
to cast armor too.
Oh, okay.
So what's your name again, Jason?
Bodaway.
Jerome.
B-O-D-A. Way.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't know like
Spelled
what the
there.
stats
Yeah, I got
are. Like what I have to roll.
His is
Well, so whatever your spellcasting skill is,
Very cool.
I think it was a D6.
Yeah.
So you can roll a D6 plus your wild die
Okay.
in order to get it to go off. And you get a
Very
4 or
cool.
better,
Very
then you get
cool.
plus 2 to your armor.
I couldn't
If
find
you get an 8 or better, then you get plus 4. So you got a basic success,
Okay.
4. So you get plus 2 to your toughness for however long the spell lasts.
And
And you
what
can maintain
is
it.
my toughness?
Oh, shoot. We forgot about that. So your pace is going to be 6. Perry, did you pick up the fighting skill?
No.
Okay, so it's going to be 2. So everything always defaults to 2.
Okay.
Toughness is going to be half your vigor die plus 2.
So 6, so 35.
As a novice, so I think you start out with like a plus 3.
Strength is going to be 1 because you're novice.
To-
And
to
I
your-
don't. Did you take a
You mean
track
novice
over
spell?
anything?
I don't know.
There's
There's
more. I think
Take a track.
that's only if
so
you have
0.
conviction.
No, you get a minus 2.
So then if I take this, I get plus 2, so I get a 7 toughness.
But there's like a certain like you
right?
can cast
If I accept
like-
that roll.
greater healing,
Yes.
which is veteran. But you're
She just cast
casting
armor.
at a plus
Casting
6.
Armor for plus 2.
yeah.
But you can cast it as a
So,
novice.
like, what's the range here? Like, how
Reflection
tough
and healing.
is 5? Is that like
That's
super
my 2
weak? Or
starting
like,
spells.
It's not great.
A Winchester rifle is going to do
Toughness?
2d8 damage.
oh, okay.
So it's probably going to average, 9 points of damage? If it hits you.
And if you do everything's in increments of 4. If you do 4 more than your toughness, and you start taking wounds. So the first, if it meets your toughness, is shaken. 4 points above that, you take at first wound. 4 more points above that, you take another wound.
Okay. So I
And the
might-
damage dice, just like regular dice, if they get the maximum number,
They
they
can
can.
keep rolling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Dangerous.
a 7 toughness is not bad at all. And something else you can do on your turn is go prone.
What's that?
Makes basically you're lying down and it's making that harder for them to hit you.
That would be a second action, right?
Nope.
Nope.
You can go prone
Oh.
for free.
It's just
So
a.
you
it's
could
just a-
move
You
up
could move
your
all.
base.
Yeah, you could move towards them and go prone. You could drop prone right where you are.
I'll drop. prone
Dropping prone is
and
free.
raise my armor,
Okay.
so it's just 7.
So you cast and yeah, that basically makes it 2 harder for them to hit you.
Oh. Okay.
And normally a shooting target is 4.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd have to get a 6 to hit you.
Oh, okay. I must have
And
rolled
if somebody doesn't go prone, they'll probably just
Did
shoot
you
that
cast
person
something,
rather than
Lance?
the people like down.
Yeah, I just composed myself
So that's-
armor.
Is the
Okay.
toughness
She can.
just for the round?
Yeah.
Of
These are important things to
attacking,
know.
and then
No,
it
it
wears
is
off?
going to last.
Well, I don't know about for you. You may not know about this.
Just
a
last
marshal.
3 rounds, and then you can start paying.
So yeah, I don't necessarily cast it.
That's the main reason why I didn't want to go
Girlfriend,
agent
you
because
start
like
paying
there's other.
one power point per round.
I'm an agent, and
Oh,
everyone's
yeah.
gonna know.
So, question then, if I
Oh,
Cast
did you write
it
down
and
how many
then-
power points you started off with?
no,
Okay, you start with.
Going prone is free. Standing up costs you 2 movement.
does it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Out of the 6, so you can move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can still you can get up, move forward, and then drop down again, which is what a lot of people do,
Oh, okay.
Yep.
so that you don't get your head shot off.
Especially in the beginning.
So, a question about the armor. It says duration 3, and then you can keep paying your power points to keep it going. Can you cast another armor on top of the armor
No.
that you
No.
just
Nope.
cast?
It doesn't say.
It would
And
just-
if someone else
I mean, if
passes
you
it
did-
it takes the best of the 2.
yeah, I would say if you did and you got a raise, then you could replace it. But see here.
Okay, you start off with 10 power points.
Oh, and that goes.
And then armor costs 2 points to cast to begin with.
I don't think they have a spot for power points.
You know, you just have to notate it somewhere. And you recover power points at a rate of 1 per every 3 hours.
Oh.
All right. Well, that's.
But you also have the option to gamble for power points
Oh, cool.
as a huckster. And that's where that's.
So right when you were pointing that out, Eric, you saw that
So that cost me 2
a bunch of guys
to
hidden
cast.
over there in various behind various pieces of cover. Well, especially once you heard that shot ring out, you were like, "Uh-oh." Whoever detonated that is still hiding over there.
Yeah, I had a feeling they might.
And they are going to take some shots. Because these guys are what we call extras. They don't get the wild die, so they're just rolling whatever their skill die is to try and hit you guys. And what have I got there? 7.
So how many of us are actually on horses at this point? Because I know I said I rode up on a horse. Or did I just mount?
You can still be on your horse if you want.
Not on horse.
I got off my
You're
horse to go
milling
down.
around the horse cart.
You might be the only one on a horse.
I never got my horse off the wagon. Or, cart.
I got it for you. I stole it.
Oh, I see.
It's my horse now.
Oh, my whistle took me off.
Alright, well so far this is spreading out pretty evenly. Oh, that was until JJ got hurt. Alright. Well, 2 of them are taking shots at Kane.
Oh, shit.
One of them missed. I don't think you got any cover or anything, so
I never got a chance.
yeah, they got
Shooting with D8s.
yeah, they're shooting with Winchester rifles, so
Oh, fuck.
2d8. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
There's much worse rifles to use.
16.
Oh, that's hideous.
Yeah, it is.
My toughness is 5. So, what is that? Is that 3?
11 over.
11 over, that's 2 wounds. I'm gonna soak.
Okay.
So you can spend your bennies to soak wounds when you take.
Oh. So could I have boosted his toughness? Or can I not cast a spell when it's like not?
Right. Well, you cast armor on yourself on your
Oh,
turn,
okay.
is what you did.
But you could, like,
Yes.
on your next turn.
Some of them are touch only, so you need to look at the range.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Boost trait is
1 session character.
smarts,
Okay.
I believe.
There we go. That's a 9.
Soaked them both. Alright.
Actually, that's an 8, but that still soaks them
Yep,
both.
you're fine.
I'm okay.
That's one thing you can do with those bennies is basically retroactively like take the wounds away.
Like
So
Wolverine.
it was a near miss. You hear the bullet wing by and zing, paying off the wreckage behind you.
What are they going on? Oh, they're going on 9, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I almost started pushing your card up and I was like, oh wait, I've got better than that. Yeah, it's pretty low ball hand of cards there.
Could have been worse if I didn't have quick.
Yeah, I was gonna
2
say,
of us didn't
yeah.
have quick.
You didn't have
Could,
quick.
probably would have been them on the Joker.
3. I was about to say
7.
4, 5. No, Joker would have come up this round. But
And I would have been. Damn it!
you guys soaked up a bunch of cards because I. Did
Then you would have the
multiples
Joker's
there.
next round.
I know.
All right, and who's that at the very end with the shotgun? Is that you?
That's me.
Oh, it's you. Okay. Is this?
That's me.
That's you. Okay. All right. Well, they're only shooting one at you. Missed. You're laughing because.
So
No.
the reason I'm laughing and the reason it's funny is because pretty much every single game I play in, they all when randomly rolled, they all always attack me, and I always get hit. I always get damaged.
Unless he's running the game, then my character dies.
Yes.
Or Ben's running up to the front of combat with
Somebody
our
shot the ranger.
character and getting
You got hit for 8.
8. Well,
probably just going to shake you, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm shaking.
As Dave says, I'm the eternal
How
victim.
tough are you?
6.
So you took 8 damage and it didn't.
Right. So
Yeah.
it didn't beat his toughness by 4.
Oh.
So it just basically shakes
So
it.
it beat my toughness.
You call that like a near miss or a flesh wound or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a minor non-debilitating wound.
It's a grazing.
It's a flesh wound.
Right.
My arm's off. That was.
Not quite like Monty Python, but yeah.
I kind of want to take
Yeah,
the
so
minor
if
version
you
of
just
cowardice,
like
but
shaking,
the
you
yellow
wouldn't spend
flaw
any
is
to,
major.
Yeah, I don't know where my shaking thing is, so let's put that on you.
I did not bring mine.
I've got those rubber rally
And
things,
then-
but I don't know where they are. Little
If you get
chips.
shaken, you roll your spirit to unshake.
Oh.
And then I'm sorry, JJ. 3 of them are shooting at you.
If you still have any, I don't have any pennies left because of what just happened. But
So you would have died if you
Because of course they want to take your
I would've
corpse and
died.
put it right next to
But
the
I-
thing and say, "Look, engines did
you
it."
only get 3 wounds.
Oh.
And then
Oh,
you
5 will
get
hit.
incapacitated.
Are you
And
taking
additionally, you
range
take
modifiers?
wounds, you take a -2 to,
For rifles
No.
from there?
No, okay.
So like
24
right
inches.
now,
close.
one
Yeah.
fatigue,
But only one of them
take
hit you out of 3.
-1.
12.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so you're
So
at
good.
-1. Your pace is reduced by 1 as well.
Okay.
So you, when you start taking wounds, it's a very short spiral down.
So where is Aratomo anyway?
He's took cover behind the rail car. He's the bottle cap.
Oh.
Like,
I'm gonna say we probably have the guy with the sword. Even though you probably don't have
I
a
don't
sword
have a
anymore.
sword. I have just my hands.
Alright. Yeah, so oddly enough, they didn't go for the person who was prone or behind the rail car. We just split it up between the 4 of you who are still standing there going, "Yeah." You soaked it? Alright.
Oh, don't matter. I can put one, any of those down.
Alright, well that was their turn.
You guys not too currently.
Kane.
All
Someone
right.
shot you.
Finally,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dick. Go get him.
Yeah, they are. Well, is there any cover out here, or is it an open field?
Yeah, there's probably a few trees out there.
Fortunately, the railroad company keeps that area all clear.
That's right.
Can we sue the railroad?
Sure. The lawsuit will take 15 years in several different counties to get your money, but you know it's possible.
And you got to survive the guys trying to kill you right now.
Yes.
I guess priorities.
Rocks.
Ooh, rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna run. Shit. 1, 2, and I go burn.
The biggest kobold comes and gets you. Alright, Alright. So does Diamonds.
That is me.
Yeah, that'd be boat away.
I'm having my horse ride on over to cover behind those spots. Me and my horse. I
Okay.
don't think that's a full move for my horse, so.
That's what I get.
No.
Going over there?
No, that's not me.
Oh, sorry, that's...
You know me.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Duh.
Same old mini you've been using. Okay.
And if the rocks give me full cover, or they don't,
You can get off your
I'll
horse.
get off my horse as my second part of my action.
Okay. Alright, Aurora.
Am I gonna get it? What kind of cover am I gonna get if I stay on the horse over here?
Medium. So -2 for them.
Using your horse's cover.
Using the tree as cover for him and his
Tree is
horse.
cover for me and the horse.
There's
Am I gonna take a
a
penalty
story
for
about how much he loves his
Oh wait,
horse.
that's El Cheapo tree. It's only -1.
Oh.
my real horse or an El Chico tree?
I carry
Do
my
I-
horse to
if
the
I'm
El
riding-
Chico tree.
Do I take a penalty to shooting?
Yes, I said you
Yeah.
left.
If you're moving in the same round, if you're staying still,
Unstable.
if you're staying still, I'll let you make a riding roll to keep the horse still.
He's gonna get them all jaded.
And
Okay.
and when you're fighting from horseback, the lower of your shooting, fighting, or riding score is your attack score.
I thought that was just fighting.
I think it's shooting too.
I'm not on horseback, so I'm not.
That's why you want to have good riding if you're going to be fighting from horseback.
Okay, so I'm going to move up there. I'm going to drop behind the horse, still standing, using the horse's cover as well.
Okay, so you're dismounting.
So I'm dismounting.
Okay.
Do I still get a shooting attack this turn?
If you want a map,
Hell
so you
yeah.
get a -2. And most of those guys have at least light cover,
No,
if not medium. So
no, I won't map.
okay. All right. Lastly, the ranger. All right.
Trying to unshake. Oh yeah.
And
Did it.
And
With a
it
raise?
does-
With
it
a
does say
raise.
Fighting or riding.
So he made a Spiro roll and got a raise, which means
Okay.
he shook off the shaken and can do something this turn. If he just got a regular success, he would have got rid of the shaken, but he wouldn't have been able to attack this turn.
Even with the fatigue, I got that. So what I'm going to do
Oh yeah, don't
is-
forget those of you who have fatigue modifiers to
Yeah, that's why I only moved 5.
keep that in.
I'm going to go prone and aim at this guy.
Okay. All right.
Aiming gives you a +2 to your next round to hit someone.
And that's a skill.
I'll
right?
shuffle.
No, it's
No.
just an action.
It's an
you
action.
take.
Oh, okay.
You just basically you're saying I'm not shooting this round.
It's
I'm
different,
aiming.
different from
From
this
that-
spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I have my rifle out. So my Winchester.
That could
Well, I got a cheapo horse and a rifle.
That's true.
You actually probably got a better horse now.
I have a not cheapo horse and no right.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna
now you
keep
got
my
a better
horse.
horse because you stole one from the cart, right?
No,
Wait, you
my
can't-
horse.
you can't aim and move in the same round, right? I don't
You
think
cannot
so.
have.
Okay. Well, I'm
I
going.
mean, you can tell me which one you're going to shoot at next turn, but you won't get an aiming
Well,
bonus.
you didn't move really. You just went prone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I saw you move your mini.
No. That's why I was saying I was going prone.
All right. Nope. Going prone's fine.
Yeah.
A shotgun.
Probably pretty low.
I'm gonna go a lot further.
Yeah, they're like 5, 10. No, maybe 10.
16.
So it's gonna be the range
Extra
bonus.
cards for quick that
So I've
time.
got 5. I'm
5 squares.
And I'm not going to be able to shoot people before they get to do stuff this turn, except for one guy.
so what is it?
JJ's usual 3.
So on an ace, Sarah, you're up first
Oh,
this turn.
so I'm lying probably here.
Yep.
Clear line of fire. Bang!
Yeah, but her weapons are all pretty short range.
Yeah.
You can still do it, but you start taking gnarly penalties for
But
range.
shotguns take
But I
damage
could
penalties to range.
boost one
too.
of you guys over here.
Yeah, you could cast a spell. I think you have a volunteer.
Yeah.
He loves spells, by the way. Protect my ass!
Toughness, please.
So for armor then, I'll give him armor since he's out in the open.
I will
Yep.
not say no to that.
All right.
What's
So
the range on that spell?
yeah, can you do it without running up and touching him?
How do you?
That one might be touch.
Or it might be smarts. I don't know.
No, armor I believe is.
Range is touch, so you'd have to move up and be touching me. But you could boost my
That's range
Can I
smart.
boost
my
your
toughness,
trait?
which is it's you could range is equal to your smart stat.
Which is a D8.
D8, so up to 8.
Looks like he's
squares.
close enough.
Oh, okay. You can do diagonal.
Yeah. 1,
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, it's 6. So I'll boost your toughness.
All right. Awesome. So
And
now,
that's-
do you want to? It's going to cost you 2 points to do that. So you could just spend the points, or you could try gambling for power points.
So what's gambling for power points? I guess. This is where I call upon the spirits, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. So you try to
Oh,
This one's
okay.
not too bad.
I
'Cause
wouldn't call them spirits so much as
demons,
Manitoua.
yes.
Manitous, yeah. How do you say it?
Manitoua.
Manitoua.
That's
Is that how it's
probably-
pronounced?
No.
I don't know. I just say
It's
Manitous.
sort of like
actually what I'm
Tuatara,
thinking of
only-
is a different spelling of probably what is the same word.
It was funny. I got a call from some guy working over Carrie. His name was Manny Tuvel or whatever, And I started writing it down, and all I saw was Manitou. Deadlands excites. Where does it just tell me?
Did we just leave Kansas, or are we
Here we
like
go.
midway, or are we in?
So,
You're probably in Colorado at this point before the train.
make
blew up.
you announce what your
Okay.
spells you're casting, including any
That's still
arrows,
inside the disputed
damage,
territories.
number of bolts, for example, and how many power points you need.
Oh.
But Dodge City's not that far over the border.
Once you declare,
Yeah.
you get 5 cards plus 1 per point of grit, so you get 6 cards, and you try to make the best poker hand you can.
That's good.
Now, did they make a change to boost lower trait? Because all I see is boost lower trait, which would boost your vigor, which would then affect your toughness.
Right.
but-
Right.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
or a
then
skill.
if I lose,
Yeah, you can boost an attribute.
so I'm
or
playing
a,
against the spirits, right?
You're just trying to form a hand.
Oh, okay. And then
And then-
depending on what hand I get,
Yep.
is how much power
Is how many
points I
power
get.
points you get, and there can be some other bonuses.
Or
Is that something you want to do? Because
Yeah.
Do
No.
if, do it, do it.
there
No.
are penalties if you don't manage to get it. So if you,
But for 2 power points, I think all you need is a friggin' pair.
correct.
It doesn't even have to be a suit pair, or I mean a
2 cards
a
of the same
face
value.
card. Yeah, just
Or if I
you get a
got
pair of deuces and you get 2 power
so
points.
any ace is a power
Is
point.
1 power point.
Nice.
Well,
So that's if
But
like all
that
you get.
trace is
you're
really
basically
rare.
dealing for the amount you need, so you'd have to get a pair
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
out of
You-
5
you-
cards.
You want a pair.
6. I think
I
you
get
get 6.
6.
You get 6, you get that.
One for
okay.
grit.
What if she gets like a straight flush
That'd be-
and no pair?
The rest of the power points are wasted.
Yeah.
You just-
Yeah, one
Oh wait,
for
so
grit.
I'm gonna
You
cut
can
Well,
do
the
no,
that.
no, no,
Yeah,
no.
no.
If you get a straight flush,
Actually,
Well,
that's
yeah.
a very
you
that's
get
a special.
Yeah.
you can turn the power on or off at will for 24 hours at no cost, and you draw a fate chip from the fate card.
Yeah. Well, there's really good things that can happen if you get way over what you need.
I think
but
if you have gambling,
if you
it
get
helps.
3 of a kind instead of a pair, you
Helps
still get
with
extra
this.
power points.
Oh, okay.
So if you get the gambling skill, I think it somehow changes some of the roles.
Well, you can
of
get
the-
there are some other edges in here, like dealer's choice,
Yeah.
where anytime you are dealt a card for any reason, you after you've looked at it, you can spend a fate chip to discard it and have another one given to you.
That's nice.
And there's other things like high roller that gives you bonuses.
So in this particular case, though, I'm just dealing 6 cards, and she's going to need
Yep.
a pair out of 5 of them.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, hold on, I haven't found the bad stuff that happens if she doesn't do it.
Well,
Then I roll on a. Then I roll
That's
on
not
in
in
the
the
marshal's
player's book. Yeah.
It's in the marshal's book. I roll on the backup
After
table.
the hex takes effect, so if you fail to generate enough power or you use a joker, then the Manitou wins the Battle of Wills, and after the hex takes effect or fails, the marshal rolls on the backfire table and breaks the bad
If you
news
use
to
a
the
So
Joker,
if I don't get
I
a
thought
pair-
Jokers were wild.
You don't get any
bad
boost
stuff
at all.
happens. You use jokers as wild, but it triggers backfire
In addition to.
in addition to.
And then you
Okay.
don't get the boost. I can't roll for the boost then. If this fails, I
No,
can't
no,
spend my
no.
power
You're
points.
still going to.
You're still going to cast your
roll.
spell.
Oh,
This what you're doing right now is trying to get the power points to
for
do it.
free. Yeah.
Yeah,
Instead of
you-
having to go for my ink already.
All right. Well, you don't have to use the Joker if you don't want, because you got a pair of 10s. Because if you use the Joker, then the backlash happens.
Yep.
Oh, well,
The Joker's
yeah.
a wild card, but you
Oh,
got a pair of
so it's
10s, so you get it, so you win.
Nice.
So you don't have to spend the power points off your thing, and now you get to cast the spell.
Yep.
Okay. And it's 6s, right?
Yes.
Yep. Whatever your skill is.
There's a 5.
5 and 1.
So that
So the 5.
improves my vigor by a die type to D8, which raises my toughness to 6.
There you go.
Yep, 6. So thank you.
So can
Alrighty.
I still move?
Yes.
well,
To your pace.
So it's 2 to stand up, and then your pace would be 4 more.
It's going to
1, 2,
actually
3,
be 5
4.
because she's got fatigue, which reduces
Yeah.
your.
Oh,
I was just thinking you might want to move for a better cover somewhere by
Mhm.
the train.
well, being prone gives you a -2. The only way you're going to get better is to be completely behind the train. In which case, they probably wouldn't bother shooting at you.
I'll
But
just.
they didn't bother shooting at you last round because other people weren't in cover.
Yeah.
But if you want to move towards them to get in your shotgun range,
So
you can stand up, move 3, and then drop prone again.
yep.
So you just basically move your
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
mini at 3 spots and still lie down.
I'd
I'll
move
head
towards
towards
that
the
tree.
tree,
Yeah.
yeah. And then
Alright.
Basically,
Jack.
like cinematically, you're
Oh, you're talking about.
running forward and throwing yourself down to the ground.
somersaulting or piling.
I
Yeah.
am
A
going
tumbleweed.
to get my horse out of the car,
You gotta watch out for
mount it, and
because some of them are
charge
actually
it.
monsters.
Oh, really?
towards the rocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I take me time to get into the car, get on the horse for this round, and
I
then
ran it.
If you want to go fast, yeah, it'd probably take you the entire round just to get on your horse. But if you want to try and do it fast, you can make a riding roll. We'll just make it a mapped thing. So make a riding roll at -2, but then you could move half your horse's pace, so you'd probably almost get there if you actually pull it off.
okay. I'm not gonna take that chance right now.
Okay, so you're just gonna get on your
Yeah,
horse.
I'm gonna get up and get mount the horse.
All right, Eric.
Alright, I'm gonna let my shot off. This guy here. And you got what for cover? -1?
Yeah, okay, it's just a -1.
Straight up roll. Nice. They both blow up.
8 and a 6. Huh? 14.
14 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit with a raise.
Sweet.
So when you hit with a raise, you get to roll an extra d6 of damage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That means 4 more than you needed to.
Right. Yeah, and we got way more than 4 more than you needed to.
And this blows up still, right?
Yep.
Ouch.
That's
8,
gonna be-
15, 18, 24.
Oh man.
You're using a what?
My Winchester.
Now, so
Okay.
we get 3 wound levels before we have to worry about incapacitation. Mooks, like those guys probably are, only get 1 wound,
Oh, so then they're just done.
and then they're just done.
Oh, try to take your shaking counter away. I was like, why is he attacking?
So this guy's
Alright.
probably dead.
Yeah, no, you just blew his head off. He's way dead. Yeah, that's another difference between wild cards like you guys, player characters, and then super tough bad guys. You've got 3 wounds to deal with. Extras like these guys, they don't get a wild die, and they can only basically take 1 wound, and they're down. And he did way more than 1
And
wound.
that damage
He
probably
did way more than.
capped most of us at this point.
Yeah, that might have taken down a wild card. His damage die.
24.
Oh, yeah, that could kill me.
Yeah, I mean that's
So, like I said, you blew
18
his
above my toughness.
you blew his head off. On an 8, Kane.
Alright. So I'm gonna get up. It's cost me 2 movement. And then 1, 2, 3, go prone. And that guy's probably closer than 12 for me, isn't he?
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a shot at him with my.
He's only 8 away.
peacemaker. Alright.
sad face, out of booze.
Come on, roll good. Yeah, that's not a raise, but it's a hit.
Okay.
And the damage on my peacemaker is.
And you got a
2d6
peacemaker.
plus 1.
Hmm?
And you got the peacemaker.
Yeah.
Top you, Ned.
I know.
But the peacemaker and a knife is all I have.
Oh, I got a Bowie knife.
Your peacemaker single action?
They're both. There's double action or whatever. They're not the.
Fan.
There's a peacemaker.
There's a peacemaker for
There's
both.
both.
Oh.
Mine's a single.
Whether you want to fan the
Single and a
hammer
double.
or you
I
want
got
to
the
do
double
double
action
taps.
one.
So you'll be able to do double taps with yours.
Yep.
He can't, but he can. Yeah.
Which I'm not doing yet because -4 sucks.
Yeah.
I'm shooting my
Left
rifle
side.
right now, so.
All
Yeah,
right.
about the expensive one.
Yeah. So that's 10,
Yeah.
14, 15 points of damage, AP1.
Ouch.
This
Yeah,
one?
Yeah. He goes away.
Let's see what they did to Abel.
Alrighty. On a 6. It's Aurora.
I'm going to go ahead and shoot the one that's closest. I think that's within 12. I think that's about 12.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, you easily made it.
Alright.
At angles, it's easily
Did we determine that? Oh wait, you said you got off your horse, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
One hit. The other forward 10.
Ouch. Okay.
Definitely about the double.
Even though there's no difference in price other than one system double.
Well, one you can, you can
Yeah,
double
10
shots,
to go.
so that can be important for dual wielding. You can still dual wield with either one, but double shot's nice for that.
Yeah.
But single
Is that with the race?
action is important for
Is that with the
damage.
race?
With
I thought 10 was the damage.
No, 10 was
JJ just tossed the
Ten
mini
pounds
at me.
build, I'm going
I
for.
thought, okay,
No, 10 was with the raise. So
10 killed him.
It would have been 8 then.
okay.
9.
No, 9.
I don't know. I lost on the Marshall's guide. Oh, there it is. Let's see what these guys' toughness is, real quick.
2.
Probably 5.
Well, I was thinking it was either 5 or 6. If it's 6, then he's just shaking.
It's AP1.
Well, that's
9
probably gonna.
AP1.
That'll probably do it. But let me double check. Toughness 5, so he's dead.
And then
So yeah, 9 will take him out.
because the penalties are pretty nasty at novice level. But you can do things like pulp shots.
Oddly enough, they don't seem to be wearing
So you
Kevlar
can aim for someone's head or
Dang, because I need some.
object they're carrying.
or shadow
And
weave.
So, like aiming for someone's head, you take -4 to your attack, but you get
Power
+4
armor.
to your damage.
All right, blow away.
Or you could do something like, shoot someone's gun.
Sounds like your side's returning fire.
Yep. I'm going to run. 5.
All the way to Denver.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, he runs over me.
Yeah.
Were you still on your horse?
Nope.
Okay, good.
If you were Draymond Green, you hit him in the nuts for that.
Dude, he's just like lying prone on the ground in front of them.
As long as they're not in melee range, it still makes him harder to hit. The problem is, if one of them just goes up and tries to stab him, then he's in deep shit.
Actually,
Well, they get a
certain-
+2 to hit.
Yeah. Then they get a +2 to hit because they're just attacking the guy on the
But
ground.
then it's against my parry, so
Right.
There is at a certain range they don't take the penalty.
Oh. Yeah, that might be a little too close.
Range attacks within 3 inches ignore the modifier.
oh,
Oh, there you go. So they just need to move up 2 and then shoot him.
Yeah.
well then they'll lose their cover. So
That is true, yeah, they have to expose themselves.
Not the 2 guys in front.
The heroic.
oh shut up.
What is their
Oh,
cover
actually,
penalty? 'Cause
they're
that-
supposed to go before you, but I don't know, worry about that since they were going so late. Huh?
What's their cover penalty? Because I might not have hit.
Well, the one you were
I got
shooting
7.
at, yeah, the one you were shooting at was only a -1.
Oh, okay.
The 2 guys back there behind the trees are at -2, and the guy behind the rocks is at -2. So that guy is probably only a -1. He's kind of trying to hide behind the foliage.
And the other guy.
Well, yeah, depending on what angle you're from. All right. Well, those 2 guys in front are going to be worried about you getting that close, so they are going to try and shoot at you, but on a -2 because you're prone, neither one of them hit you. 2 guys in the back. Shit, they don't have any good targets. Who's this standing up?
That's me behind my horse.
Okay. Yeah, so you're at a -2 also.
The horse that you love.
Yeah.
That's why. There's a reason I love my horse. It's saving me from my
Makes really good
Exactly.
The horse name is really Fox. It's
The horse looks awesome
Fox
if you
the
see it
fifth.
from the left. The right side of the horse is just a bunch of pockmarked scars.
This side towards enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
Two-face the horse.
That's what I should name it. 2-face.
Well, the 2 guys in the front were shooting at.
Should have taken an El Cheapo horse and named it Bullseye.
They are both going for you. They must have realized that you lying down back there shot that guy and blew his head
I
clean
was
off.
the only one who blew someone up.
Well,
I already got shot.
Where did
from here,
I'm
both of them
way back
have to
there,
move to shoot him.
But I got a rifle that has the range.
There's
I
some
can
some
get to
cover in the way,
Say
maybe.
Winchester's 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're using Winchesters.
Yeah.
Getting that
You're
right.
gonna get a rifle.
Everybody gets,
Yeah,
everybody
they're
gets a free
Winchester
rifle.
76s, which aren't as good as the
Can you
73s.
loot the bodies of the moose?
Yeah, you're
For their
22 away
version?
from those guys, so.
Yep. If we survive.
Yeah, you get the count, yeah.
Oh, they both got 6s, so. I think that's
Well.
gonna get you.
Yeah, because they're shooting.
Yep, and -2 for you being prone, so.
Do the rocks in between the
No, nice try.
two target affected?
Didn't affect him either.
Okay.
Alright,
Well, shoot my head.
this might hurt. 13.
Alright.
Nobody's got that.
Yeah, well, it's one
We gotta
wound.
deal with them one at a time, 'cause
Yeah, let's try to soak that, seeing that I'm
Alright.
going to get more of those.
yeah, since there's another one coming.
Well, that's a 4, but with my. Oh, no, I don't soak that.
Because of your fatigue.
Yeah.
You want to soak it.
Well, I already have another one comes.
I know. That's why you want to soak it. So you
Yeah,
don't already start out
Your next one's
shaking.
gonna be a -2
Yeah.
to start off with. Then again, I might roll double ones and not even get your past your toughness.
Well, the next one, yeah.
Might.
Alright, let's just see.
Wait, you could just add D6 to your roll, because it was just barely there, right? He
But
gets an
I
extra
used.
penny, but
Oh, with that, Benny?
I
yeah.
haven't even used any yet.
What was my roll before?
It was 5, I think. No, it was a 4. It was right on the
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, let's do that.
There you go.
That's all I needed.
Yeah.
Alright.
So then you get to draw a fate chip, and you don't have a limit.
Blue.
Hopefully this goes better than when I told you you should do the keel haul maneuver.
Oh, yeah,
Sometimes.
well.
So we can't like
That was
interrupt an action then? We can't be like, oh, I want to cast a spell.
If you had a
If
joker.
you have a
Yes.
joker, you can do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Or if you hold your action.
You can
Yeah.
try.
You can always say,
try
yeah.
check.
Since you won the thing this time, you could have said, like, I'm going to hold my action. I would have just turned your card. And then you could try to interrupt somebody, but you'd have to basically roll off against their agility.
Oh.
Unless it was, I mean, one of the party members could tell you, hey, you can interrupt our action, but if you wanted to interrupt, like, the bad guy's action, you have to roll agility against them. If you have the Joker, you just get to interrupt whatever you want.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's another nice thing about the Joker. He's just like, alright, I'm on hold, I'll see what's happening, and then bang! No, that's not happening, I'm going first.
Oh wait, did you reshuffle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I should have given them to you since you're out of bennies, but I think that was before you were out of bennies that I reshuffled. Alright, so second shot. Nope, that one only did 6. I
Alright.
think they're alright.
Let's not get through that.
Alright. Gosh, I'm already down to 4 bad guys. I'm going to have to start using their bennies. Yeah, 9.
Oh, she gets another card.
Was it 5 or less, or was it 5?
5 or less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, now you got nice.
Nice.
So why is the ace good?
Joker again for
Oh,
all
I get to go
time.
back to normal.
Earlier in the round.
Oh.
Queen.
So
3 of you still beat me though.
High to
So
low
high to
in
low.
reverse. When it comes with that Alphabetical Joker order. thing and switching personalities, so So like diamonds what go happens when it before happens in
Oh.
combat and I switch
So
to
the
like
diamond
the alternate
stays
personality
Hearts clubs
and the combat
or
ends?
diamond clubs?
Or is it like, is it just a combat thing?
Spades,
Or
hearts, diamonds, clubs.
Yeah, pretty much. It's whatever. You're supposed to pick something that comes out really strange. So whenever the Joker happens in combat, and you can even mix it up. So
yeah.
it could have been on the first Joker, you become Mr. Bloodthirsty, and it could be on the second Joker, you become Mr. Cowardice
Yeah.
or Mr. Who knows what? I don't. There's
Yeah.
several different mental things. To
Well,
choose
that's
from.
it said take a new a minor hindrance.
Right. That gets
But-
enacted when the Joker happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of which, does Aratoma want to go right away, or you want to?
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're on your horse
I'm
now.
on a horse, so
You can probably gallop right up on them.
I'm spurring that horse fast as he can and moving towards the closest one I can. If I can get within range, then I'm leaping off the horse and gonna hit him with the Fist of the Dragon.
Nice.
Shaolin Temple style.
Okay. It'll probably be a map, but you got a +2 for the Joker, so you can just smack him.
Horse has a pace of 10 and a running die of 8.
+2.
+2.
Joker.
Oh.
I don't know if you add that to running die.
I think you add it to everything, don't you? When you get the Joker. +2 to damage,
As far as I know.
+3 to your trait rolls.
Sounds good to me. Do it.
Call.
So horsey. 3. So 13 total, so I don't think that's going to get me there.
15. Joker.
Well, no, I
Just
added my 2 on that one.
Oh, you got a 1?
Yes, I did.
That's where you get.
You're terrible.
On my running die.
Jump off and, well,
No, because I still couldn't close fast enough, so if I'm going to map something, then I'll map my deflection power.
Alright.
Which is D6, D6, so the +2 and the -2 cancel for the map. I got a -1 for fatigue.
Mapping slang for multi-action.
Oh, okay.
Yep, multi-action penalty.
So that is a success for. They all have -2 to their shooting
at you?
rolls.
Okay. And they may just decide to shoot at you because you're the scary guy on the horse now.
Scary guy on the horse coming at him.
That you may want to pick up in the future is deflection.
Deflection, I almost thought about grabbing that one.
Collection's nice.
Alright. On an ace.
So, I don't even know what I want to do necessarily.
Well, you can always go on hold and then interrupt when you want to go, or
If I stand up and move behind the trees and go prone again, that counts as my action for the turn.
that would
It's
be
just
a part
movement.
action.
It's just movement. So
it's
if you
just
want-
movement, so you can still cast a spell or try to shoot, or
I could go behind the trees and then hold my.
yeah. Well, you get behind the tree. You're gonna have your cover anyway. Then you won't have to go prone again.
Oh, that's true. I don't understand.
Going
I'm
prone,
giving
right?
Aurora. Well, Aurora's behind her horse, but if you go behind the tree, I'll give you cover for that. So it'd be the same as if you were prone, and then you wouldn't have to worry about the movement next time. You have your full movement. I don't know what the range on the shotgun is. It's like
12.
shitty.
Her,
24.
No, hers is different. It's 5, 10, something because it's.
5,
it's-
Oh.
okay.
She's got a pistol with an underslung shotgun,
Oh.
which is.
Because
It's actually a really
I'm
sweet
getting my
pistol
weapons are in
and-
range of, and burst doesn't
Is it
go
made by
that
Torg?
far either, right? Burst doesn't go that far either, right?
Burst.
Burst is like
Might be smart.
pretty good.
Burst times 2 or something.
Burst, I think, a season though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Was it
the
season? I
area
thought it's in
temple.
Novice.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I'll double check. I'm looking.
Because I know Bolt and Blast.
No,
are
it's novice.
Oh, nice.
Use a cone template.
Oh, that's Blast then.
Yeah, blast is.
Blast is the cone template. Burst is the medium burst template.
Yeah, and that is seasons. I do not have it. Well,
The Bloodthirsty's major though. That's the thing. All the cool ones to take for combat
so here's
are like
your
major.
range on the burst. Right there.
Oh.
That's your range. So I don't think you can reach anyone.
Yeah.
But your range on your gun is probably going to be 12, 24, 48.
The shotgun.
No,
Your
well,
handgun,
no,
your
on the
pistol.
revolver part of it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 12, 24, 48. So you could move up to the trees and try squeezing off a shot of them, and they might be too far away.
12?
Cone template. If you move up to those, no, you can't get that far without running. Yeah.
No.
I don't know where my shit is. It's probably over there.
Definitely moves the trees.
Okay.
So that's
I remember I had that like
2 to stand.
plastic protector thing
Two to
that had like
stand
all
and
the.
With 2 what to stand? Is it?
It's 2
Two
movement to
movement.
stand,
Oh, okay.
and then you lose 1 because of your fatigue
Might still be
penalty.
over here.
So you have a total of 5.
stacks of shit over here.
Oh, okay, so I can go like that?
Yep.
Is that putting behind?
Probably underneath something because we haven't played
I know.
Then
Savage
Savage
Worlds.
Worlds.
Line of sight is
Is that-
blocked by a tree.
But since
Is that
Pirates,
enough
which
to
was
be
2 weeks
behind
ago.
the tree?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'll keep you out of them. They probably wouldn't even bother firing at you. especially with the samurai on horseback galloping towards them. They don't know that he's got deflection, so they probably still shoot at him.
I think I'll hold then my action so I can boost samurai on horseback later.
Or you can boost it.
You can do it right now while he's in range.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he'll be
I
out of
can?
range next turn.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, all you did was move, so you can cast your spell if you want to do something.
Yeah, let's boost
As long as it's the boost is that's the smarts one, right? It's not touch.
which is
Yeah.
It should be a range of 8.
D8.
So you could boost his strength for damage. You could boost his agility for that would probably help fighting.
It would also help my deflection if they
It won't
miss
help
me
his
and I
fighting.
try to redirect bullets
She
at
could
them.
boost his fighting.
So boost your
Not that you
agility.
would know that. That's kind of.
You could boost his fighting, which will help him directly. Agility won't really do anything for him unless he needs to do an agility check. Raising his vigor will boost up his toughness.
Yeah.
That's the part that I'm not seeing in the spell description is boosting skills. I thought it's only traits.
Yeah, that was the. is it
Skills are
attributes?
traits.
Yeah, it says it somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So traits covers attributes and skills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
trait. It's a trait.
So I could boost your fighting.
I thought a trait was just your.
Fighting would
Characteristic.
increase my parry. Vigor would increase my toughness, and my toughness is not so good
Oh,
because I have no armor or.
I'll
if
boost
I get
your
shot with a
toughness then,
bullet?
too.
That's the thing. There's not armor really in Deadlands unless you have good magic.
Bullets hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to boost
They always
his-
do.
Especially when a GM starts off immediately shooting at you with rifles.
Yes.
Do you want to gamble for power points, or do you want to use directly from pool?
I'll gamble again.
Okay.
Okay.
On your armor spell that you've got up for yourself,
Uh-huh.
next round you're going to have to start paying power
Oh,
points,
okay.
which will have to come out of your...
On my own. I can't gamble for those.
right, you can't gamble to...
Yeah, it's already a maintained
Unless
spell.
you recast it.
You could recast it, in which case...
Well, you only need 2 for this one, right? Again, so this
Yeah.
is just 6 cards and you need a pair.
I need a pair again.
You want to cut it for luck?
You actually may want to
That's a
recast
trick.
armor next round, because then you could try and get a...
There's a pair of queens.
There! Yes! So then,
Oh,
so,
you have been lucky.
Doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah?
and it's the D6 I roll, right? So
Cards
you
look
roll
Sarah.
plus your wild die.
It's spellcasting, so whatever it is.
6 and a 2. So,
So you reroll a 6 because you might get a raise.
Yeah,
You
you
did.
did.
So you got a raise, which
So-
Did I
means
roll that again though?
Two
or-
die
Technically
No.
you could, but
You don't
doesn't
need
mean
to.
anything.
Oh, okay.
But basically you boosted his vigor die by 2 types.
2 die type. So
Yeah.
instead of a D4, I have a D8.
right,
Will
which
give me
will
a
help your
4
toughness
plus
quite a
2
bit.
is a 6 toughness.
Right.
Woohoo.
Beats my 3 toughness.
Wow.
You have a toughness of 3.
Yes, I do. I only have a vigor of 4 because I don't do so well in the heat of the desert.
Oh.
Good thing you're charging into combat.
I'm a samurai, man.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Oh my God.
What did
No,
you
I
do to
just I
yourself?
have a
It's
D4
Achilles
vigor
heel.
because I wanted higher spirits and
Alright.
agility.
King of Spades, Eric.
Your vigor should be 4.
It
Your
is.
toughness should
I was
be
going to
4.
shove it back at you.
I'm gonna aim at this guy now.
Because
Alright,
it's half
so
yeah,
half
that's
your
fair
vigor
to aim.
too.
Yeah.
Alright.
You just pick it off one
Alright.
around your waist.
But I have a 6
Pretty much.
now.
Yeah.
I don't know why I gave it a 3.
Just really hated your character.
I guess so. Yeah. It's really hot in the desert.
Alright.
I get dehydrated very easily. I'm not used to this heat.
We're going to
Even
load
for
this
4
toward the
years.
samurai, so since he's the one charging in.
Fixed bayonets in charge.
So
like
on
the
a
proper
one,
guards.
so on a 1, they're going for boat away. On a 2, they're going for whoever's the cowboy. That's you. It's Kane.
Yeah.
But on a 3 or 4, they're going for the charging samurai. So the first 2 guys going for one's going for the samurai, one's going for you.
Of course he is.
And shooting at you, we get nothing. Not enough, at least.
Oh, right, I'm prone.
Because you're prone, yeah.
They get a minus.
You got a
2
minus
to
2 to
roll.
hit you. They missed you also. And
Now wait, because they miss deflection, I can take that bullet and throw it right back at them if I make an agility roll.
really?
Yeah, minus 6 though.
Okay.
That's
That's
try it.
That's
Plus
the,
2 for
that's the
Joker.
martial arts.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think Chang ever tried. I think I could have, but I don't think I ever bothered. Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever
7.
took deflection.
That would
I
be
took armor and speed.
a
He
9
had cast on you though.
+2 for Joker.
minus 6
Well,
is a 3.
3.
I think he's using a different martial arts
Yeah.
ability. Oh no! Wait, it might
So that's
be.
not a success.
Did you count the Joker?
Use your.
I could.
Might be special for.
You have a Joker this round.
Yeah. You got a +2.
Well, I know, but it's a 9, and I got a minus 6 to the roll.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because
So it's a 3
Yeah.
+2.
No.
No, that's just a separate
The
die.
+2 made it a 9.
Yeah,
Wow.
I got a 7 plus a 9 on it. So
Wow.
I'm going to add a d6 to it.
Okay.
Oh, it is. It's a special for the martial arts.
That'll be
Power.
That'll be a 3. That's a 7. It's just
That
one
would-
success, but it sends the bullet back, which
All right.
does
So roll.
2D
Yep.
seize
2d8.
the Pearl of Death.
I'll let you roll that.
Did you do it? You seized the Pearl of Death?
Yes, I seized the pearl of death.
Maybe doing another thing.
Yeah.
You know,
You did it then?
And there's like 2 blue ones out of like 6 things, and I keep grabbing green anyway.
Because the red.
he's going to have 10 pennies by the end of tonight's session.
Ready
Almost
into the
3
blue
years.
six
Sitting right
damage.
damage, and nobody could ever spent the red pennies.
6?
6.
All right. So.
You're all a bunch of
That's
bastards.
because we all knew the truth about you being a bastard at all.
I hardly ever spent my pennies.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the back 2 are also shooting, and sure enough, one of them goes for Kane, and one of them goes for
Samurai?
the guy throwing the bullets back at people. Which 7, I think, hit ya. Ah, 6 damage. You're fine.
That shakes me.
All right.
Don't you have deflection or
You get a
something?
shaken die.
No, I have
Armor?
a boost to vigor.
All right, and then the other one is shooting at you, and he needs a 6.
So you're not wounded though, right?
Oh,
I'm not
there's an
wounded, I'm
8.
just shaken. So,
9. Ah, no raise.
Okay, so let's hit.
But with your newfound toughness, you might only be shaken. I got an 8.
You got an 8, which will shake me, which means I got to make a riding roll or I fall off my horse.
All right.
You're a +2?
Yeah, I was gonna say you got the Joker.
so you're casting boost toughness on him, saving him from taking wounds.
Right. Yeah.
6. I made my riding roll. I didn't fall off my horse.
Yay.
Yay! Is the horse okay too?
Yeah, they're not aiming for the horses yet. Hey, everybody, free horses! Bang. No, there went your free horses.
That's when they blew the place up.
With one hand he giveth, with the other he taketh away.
Oh my
You
god.
see why I left my horse in the horse car?
No.
Oh, my map went away.
There's no signal.
Well, I don't know where I am. I'm confused and lost. What's going on?
There's a mini version just for you.
I'm still confused and lost.
Alright. 10 of spades. Boat away. They all stopped shooting at you for some reason. It might be that galloping you hear.
In way with the land, right? He just camouflaged behind the.
Right.
On the map. Do I need to roll a running die?
I don't think so.
Okay, didn't think so.
How much
Just making
did you
sure.
use for that roll?
All I need is 1.
So
Get into
why-
base space with them.
how
So
much do you minus
this
for
is
your
my
roll
fighting.
for it?
So your pace is 6.
You shake it.
Minus
if you
1
have-
for fatigue.
I
Okay,
miss.
so I can move 5 squares
Alright.
Yeah.
for free.
Yep.
But I'm in this face.
Okay. You want to have any of that?
Oh, and so then that.
You should.
Sure, why not?
All you gotta do is hit him and
That's
do
what
enough
it's supposed
damage
to
and you
be
can
done?
kill him.
Oh, okay.
Or knock him out.
That's better.
Huh?
That's better. That'd be
See?
a raise.
That was a well spent penny. Now all you need to do is beat his or match his toughness of 6 damage and you take him out. Because he was already shaken.
Okay.
Oops.
You got to add an extra die, don't you, for your damage? Because you got a raise?
Yeah. Don't
Yeah, what is your damage anyway?
2d6
plus 1.
tomahawk.
Oh, Tom.
4, so
That's better.
7.
That's enough.
There you go. Let's see split split his head like a melon.
Yep.
But not like Gallagher.
Nothing I can do about it.
Go prom,
Can you not go
prom.
prone?
The other guys raise up their plastic.
Actually, no, he's too
no.
close to benefit from going prom.
Yeah.
There's no point.
Well, they already mapped to get that far.
Stay standing up and take the shots for us.
That's right. You hear it from the back. Apparently Loyal didn't kick in yet. We gotta play a full session together before Loyal.
I don't have loyalty yet.
No, that's what I mean. He supposedly has Loyal, but he was just telling you to get shot.
I'm
So.
loyal. I'm just sick of being the bullet sponge.
Alright, Bullet Sponge, it's your turn.
Get up and do something, you bastard!
Trying. Oh, nice. No. Back, motherfucker. Oh shit.
I could have reached that easily, but it was funny to watch you try to fumble over your foot.
I am shake, but I cannot act.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
You can crawl forward, damn it.
Sure, I'll crawl forward like 2 spaces. I think that's all I can do.
Alright.
Okay, this
Aurora!
last guy in front should still be in range.
Can you accidentally shoot the Indian?
No.
Oh, no friendly fire?
You can, yeah.
I'm not.
If he
You
rolls
could.
poorly enough. But actually,
Is it a -1 or a -2 for that guy?
That guy's minus, well, now it's -2 because there's an Indian in the way.
Okay, so 1 hit with the raise, 13.
depending on how you feel about the Indian, there might not be a penalty.
Damn, Savage got in the way again.
15, 16, 17.
I'm just gonna say
If you had a railgun, you could have got them both.
You should play like a Sikh.
no.
Yeah. So you can just go around telling everybody dot not feather.
Just be
Or
different.
my
in the
turn.
game.
Or you could play a Garka. Just be really psychotic tribal guy. It's really good with knives.
You're Mr. Out of Benny's.
Yay!
Go to the secondary deck for.
Oh my goodness.
So this is
This deck's
kind of
a little nicer.
So you're always supposed to reshuffle after a Joker gets played.
Oh,
And
yeah.
usually we,
Wow,
Yes!
that deck was a lot nicer.
I
You
get
guys.
to go before they go.
Oh yes. Now that I wasn't using this deck to deal with the devil, it was high, not a pair. So
Oh.
this deck's treating you guys really well. It's giving you the pair when you need it, and now it's giving everybody high cards for.
I moved first, right?
Well, really
I know.
higher than me.
you
Yeah.
move first.
I'm in base with both of them.
I see.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
This is a good thing for being in a melee situation. They got long rifles, don't they?
Which is improvised clubs.
7 to hit.
Ouch. Alright, that'll hit a guy.
Nice.
8, 9, 10, 11.
You are just cracking skulls right there.
I don't have a ranged weapon except a bow.
Maracha. Run away.
Yeah, I'm going to regret my lack of range.
You got the blue?
I got a red.
Ah! You don't use your red,
You know what?
aren't
You know what? I got a Benny.
you? You got a penny.
So he's got that going for him. Alright, speaking of Benny,
Yeah. Hey.
it's your turn, Benny.
No.
Hana?
No.
And the chest.
Not okay. 3. I'm gonna take a shot and then go prone.
This reminds me
You
of
guys would
something
get there
else.
faster if you'd stop falling down.
We're actually moved towards the fight.
I missed. I go prone.
I took one move
Yes,
back.
I did.
Fall down.
I'm not falling. Using tactics.
You need to get stronger, boy. Do you
Yes,
stand up for everybody?
Alright, sure is up.
Is the Indian now in danger of dying?
No, he just chopped you.
I don't know. He looks like he's pretty much on the warpath there.
He's got things under control.
This
I'm
guy looks
covered
like
in
he's
blood,
in very
damn
much
it.
danger of dying.
Yeah, it's just not yours.
I think I'll boost the samurai.
Again. This time go boost your fighting.
Yeah, I'll boost the fighting.
Yeah, because he lasts for at least 3 rounds. The boost he has. So.
So I'll boost
You gonna
the
deal for the
fighting.
power points again, or?
Oh, and then so I don't have to boost my own armor yet, right? Because I got that for 3 rounds.
I think this round
just
you
one
have to
round.
start paying for it, so you just
1 point per
mark off-
round, or
And that doesn't count as an action.
no.
No.
No, maintaining a spell is just maintaining a spell. So you just mark off one of your power points, and you keep your armor. But that's separate from casting another spell if you want to cast another spell. But yeah, I don't know what your PowerPoint situation
I
is.
have 8, so
That's kind of a long.
Yeah, you're
You can get free
You probably don't need to deal
Okay,
for it
Yeah.
then.
yeah,
Especially since we got 1 baddie left.
yeah. I think I'll let the armor
Lapse.
dissipate into the air.
Okay.
There's only a 1 in 6 chance of them actually wanting to kill you.
Again. So far, the spirits have favored me. It's a new deck, though.
I'm hoping you guys kill this thing before after you waste
Actually,
ammo.
you could actually
Yeah.
shoot him from here.
No, I can't. Can I? I have like
You can
short
move.
range.
Just
1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4, 5. Bam!
Yeah, that's
One
true.
take a
Fire
shotgun.
once. This is a great combat.
Of course, you might hit me, but you know,
I might.
I'm just a savage.
So awful.
Hey, it's Savage Worlds.
Everyone's
I will.
You're not an
damn it.
outsider at all.
Yeah.
Sure, let's
You're right where you
into
belong.
shooting range and see if I can shoot.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will get you to here.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So that probably
Oh,
puts you
wait.
at medium range with that thing.
That's still 2d6.
No, it's 12 if you shoot the pistol, right?
I don't know what my pistol stats are actually.
It should be on your sheet where your weapon is. On your sheet, you
No,
have
she
your weapon
didn't.
I
listed.
should
I
be able to
didn't
do
write it
it.
down.
I
I
I
should
think it's there said it
probably
was 12,
Second.
24, 48.
What's that weird contraption that's, a pistol and a shotgun?
Yeah, it's the Lamat grape shot pistol.
So
It's 12, 24, 48.
Oh yeah, first rank.
Oh yeah, you're close enough to
28.
Damage.
grape shot both of them.
2,
No.
and rate of fire is
Rate of fire is 1.
1. So that means I just get 1 shot. Right?
You're
One shot.
1 and then you gotta reload.
Oh, okay.
Although you, if
Okay,
you wanted to,
pistol,
you could
yeah,
fan
we'll see.
the hammer.
I'm looking at the carbine. I'm like, God damn, that's
You don't really
it's
want
a
to do it because
carbine.
it's minus
Yeah,
4
it's
to your
a
roll.
little different.
Okay, and
You
then
get,
the power box is 5, 10, 20.
Yep.
So is that in range? No.
Yeah.
10 is.
You want to use your Lamat grape shot because it also has armor piercing 1.
Oh.
So if these, I don't know if these guys are wearing any armor. I guess it's not super important in this particular kind of setting because most people don't have armor, but it could be important.
I want armor.
The pepper box
Is
is
this setting?
2d6.
2d6, yeah.
So it sounds like you're in short range and you can just take a shot at him.
Yeah, I'll shoot, I guess, with the
The pistol.
the pistol,
So.
which is 2d6.
Yeah,
first you
well
roll
that'll
your
be
shooting.
the damage if you hit him, but you
Oh.
gotta
So
basically
you-
get a 4 or better to hit him.
Oh, okay.
What's your shooting?
Although where he is, he's actually at a -1 between the
So I have to roll a 5, basically.
between Bodaway and the tree. He's got
Oh, okay.
So what's
light
your
cover.
shooting? What's your shooting skill?
D6.
There you go. So you roll d6 plus your raw die.
So I could use
Two
a
Yeah.
Use a
You
Benny.
could use a Benny to re-roll that if you'd like.
Use the green one.
Use the green one.
green one.
Alright.
4 and 5.
5 will hit.
Violet.
Yep.
Now I roll for damage.
Yeah.
5 and a 1.
So 6.
6.
On damage, you add them together.
And is it just straight 2d6 for the damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, some are 2d6 plus 1. Alright, so 6 damage.
You shaking?
Yep.
And I'll go prone at the end,
Okay.
just in case.
He's not going to be surviving this round. He's like, there's a guy with a tomahawk and there's 5 other guys with ranged weapons and they're all shooting at me. I think
There could be another sniper on the ridge.
So the woman who cast magic on you in a helpful way just ran in front of your horse and went prone.
I'm shaking, so roll to become unshake. Spirit roll, right?
Right. Oh, yes. You do it.
Alright, 13 minus 1, 12.
Oh, you needed to spend a point on.
I let the armor go.
Alright, so charging on the horse.
Okay.
10 plus 3.
And everybody's very confident
13.
the fight is almost over. Until I do your move and drop like 8 more miniatures over here.
Yeah.
That's enough.
11. That's 11 right there.
So,
They're
enough to
You gotta
get
wait
there.
another hour to
13
do that.
gets there.
Yeah, we haven't even got to the wild card.
12, 13.
We haven't even left the train yet.
You're right there.
Hardly.
So I'll trample him.
It's right there.
Okay.
So you just trampled him with
so-
your horse?
I'm like,
Alright.
So I don't know what horse does for damage on a trample running over a guy.
I think it's a right check.
I'm sure you have to make a riding roll.
Riding roll? Alright. Here's my riding roll.
Don't roll.
I know it's plus 4 damage though.
Okay.
5 minus 1 for my fatigue is a success.
Is it either strength, which is D12?
D12.
Yeah, ouch.
D12
But
plus.
that's for a kick, though. That's I don't know if you want to
Well,
count that for training.
For a ride down, I'd say go ahead. Yeah, do
So
that.
D12 plus 4 damage because it's a charge more than 6 inches.
Ow.
That would be 12.
Nice.
16, 20 points damage. And I don't even slow down. If I'm going and then I turn my horse around.
Okay.
He'll raise up on hind legs.
Yeah,
Come
man,
back
clean the shit out of my shoes, man. There's like brain and bone and stuff stuck in there.
I'm gonna cautiously stand up and scan around, look to see if there's any
If I was
more.
the prideful type, I'd say that's how we do it, right?
enemies
God.
around.
Outsider style.
I'm out there going whack, whack.
Alright. Whoa!
You want me to roll notice or?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, after Aratomo rides that one down, it doesn't appear that there's any more bad guys there, and sure enough, you see the little Wile E. Coyote Acme dynamite plunger there in the trees that they use to blow up the rail right underneath the thing. And you don't see any horses or anything. It could be that they did that on purpose, thinking they'd just take the horses out of the horse car when they were done.
That's why.
They knew what they were doing.
But
very good.
Yeah.
you do seem to be kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so
So,
the question is where'd they come from?
I'm gonna reload my pistol and then walk up to one of the bodies and examine it, see if they're wearing a uniform or something.
I'll go back to one of the 2 I chopped up. Grab their rifles.
Okay.
Go put some feathers on these rifles.
Yeah, I want to grab
You must not have taken. Oh, you were on a train. You didn't take the wizard.
No, they're not wearing uniforms.
Then I look at you all going, do you have an extra spare rifle in your eyes?
Just take the rifle off the guy. I'm searching.
I feel like taking their scalps, but I usually do that
I'm gonna try to get lucky.
in different circumstances.
I'm gonna try to get lucky on a tracking roll. See if I can
He's a
figure
nervous
out
scalper.
where they came from.
I get lucky on a tracking roll?
Yeah, it's unskilled.
How about I do some tracking? Because I actually have a skill in it. Wait a minute.
You find $165 on them though, in Confederate bills.
Confederate bills.
Yeah, it's spread around pretty well. Like they each have a 20 on them, plus a few extra bucks. What's on?
165, you said?
Yeah.
Six.
There's 6 of us?
Only need one of these.
So everyone gets $27.50.
Rifle TV.
Rifle.
No, I will.
But in Confederate.
Anybody need a rifle?
Can I persuade you to give me a rifle?
There you go. So he's got a little strap of leather with a feather on his to make it.
And so you're marking it as yours?
I'm gonna go
Sort
ahead and
of.
pick one up too.
It's also sort of a prideful
So
thing.
they're
I'm thinking.
Winchesters?
So you said they were Winchesters?
I think so.
What kind?
Grab one of the rifle belts off one of the guys.
Winchester 76?
Figured they have rifle belts. Hold the
Those aren't good. Those are the not good ones, though.
Are they?
Yeah, those are the ones that take. They have no strength minimum, but they're like. I think it's like stopping to reload or something like that.
No.
No.
Nope.
They cost more.
The 76
No
is
strength
nicer.
minimum.
The 73 just has the strength requirement.
Which one are these?
They both hold
Okay.
15 shots. They both do the same damage, same range, all that stuff.
One's
76
cheaper
costs
because
more.
it's heavier.
One's just a newer one. It's got a higher,
Yeah.
slightly higher caliber.
So
D6.
D6.
Yeah.
Oh, so if
But
I
the-
don't
so
have
the
that,
other
I
one's, like,
can't
heavier.
have
Which are
it.
these?
You
Fast
can. You
or-
just had a.
73s.
You have to be like prone and on a rock or something where you're not carrying it.
Oh, okay.
Then you can just like.
there's
Oh,
rules
okay.
for
Bingo.
that. I can put it up in a minute.
Alright, so tracking roll for trying to find these guys.
So 24,
That's
40,
pretty nice.
46.
I got a 7. No raise.
I have tracking too, but I haven't rolled it yet.
I figured you might.
2d8.
Native American. I figured it's one of the
Yeah.
things they would have. I don't have it huge, but I have it.
There's 2 boxes of ammo
They weigh
there too, so it's 100 rounds.
Wow.
100 rounds. Everyone's taking a rifle, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got
Sounds
I'll
like
take
it.
one,
I'll
so-
take a 50.
So I'm at
And they're at
18
82.
pounds.
Hold on a second.
Which version are these
But I'll take
Winchesters?
ammo.
Could I put
73.
on a horse, though, then?
There's
Or
there's
just-
100 rounds
44,
altogether.
Yeah.
So 100 divided by 6. Oh shit, that is not going to go evenly.
No.
Well, everyone is searching bodies and divvying up loot.
I'll take 10.
I'd like to check to see if any of them are still alive
10 rounds?
or just incapacitated.
Well,
Let's say 10 rounds.
let's do. I already lost 1 round of rifle ammo in this fight, so. But I don't have the
Oh,
green
no.
flaw, so.
So I fired one.
Now you
shot.
have the poverty flaw.
You get 18 rounds.
18. So I'll take that.
Everyone except for Bodaway gets 18. Bodaway gets 10 because he volunteered to 10.
You didn't divide me into that, right?
I did.
No. You
Okay.
guys get it.
Okay, hold on. In
It's
that
5
case,
Aritoma will not use a rifle and shoot from range.
in that case, everyone gets 20 rounds.
Alright, I'll take 20. Or did you include 20 with me?
Yes, that's including you. You get 20.
So everyone got 20 rounds?
20.
Yeah.
20
2-0.
what was that? 44-40 caliber rounds.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
That's
One of the ones that somebody didn't do 42 points of damage to is still alive.
I don't think I.
So not the guy I shot.
I do have intimidation.
Might be the one that got brained with the tomahawk.
This one is still alive.
Maybe you can answer some questions.
I'll help with that. Pull out my tomahawk.
Hold! I will,
well,
hold there.
yeah,
I will
come on,
stop
you
you.
questions.
And are there any other
Do not
people
kill
us.
from the train
So
alive?
they were
This one is still alive.
There was one, and then he got shot right in front of you.
Okay, so everyone else on the
they
train
got
died.
20 rifles.
That's right, they weren't PCs.
Yeah.
See how convenient that is?
Yeah.
Where I
6
come
for
from, we
50,
do not
so
kill prisoners.
That's
He's
Cannot
not a
defend
visitor.
himself.
I'm not too good now. So
He is vulture food.
Not yet.
He needs to be brought before the law.
We are.
Law says you kill them if
I
they
am the
attack
law.
you. It's my law.
I am the law.
I am the law.
Aurora Dread.
No, I am the law.
That's gonna be what the entire game is being used.
No, I'm the law.
Now we're on my side of the line, buddy.
I have no borders. My law.
Undisputed territories. You guys can have that "I am the law" argument all day long.
Yeah. And I'm a Roger.
That's all kind of
Above
you
the law.
about.
Not this law.
Okay.
Is there anybody here who can aid this man?
First, he needs to answer some questions.
What?
Well, he will not answer any questions if he dies.
I think
That is true.
We don't even need to ask him that. Your dad, will you ask any questions?
You could use your healing, too.
Yeah.
You want him to live?
Although, I guess JJ's jumping on.
Oh.
If it's to be,
You are very strange.
If he fails,
Something
then
wrong
I
with you.
fail too?
Unless he
this
critically
man may
fails, he
answer
fails
as
the
to where he's come from and why.
Alright, that blows up.
Now you know. This next time you have to hit him harder with your tomahawk.
He's healed 1 point.
Is that enough for consciousness?
And now I've seen you?
He's a NPC with 1 point of hit points, so yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I don't need to heal him too.
No, I use arcane.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll bring his spirit back, bind it to
By the
it.
way, I don't know if any of you
Blah, blah, blah.
who aren't spellcasters have any negative opinions about magic use, but you've noticed it flying around quite a bit here.
Yeah, I felt I'm not a big fan of it.
Some
A lot of-
reason,
A lot of
seen any of them do it before.
a lot of regular folk are not big fans of that.
Actually, after I see him
I'm
do
sure
that,
it's the
I'm like,
devil's work.
I find myself in some strange company here.
indeed.
I basically took
Two
some
other magicers.
No,
some.
the only thing you guys saw was my hand move through the air. You don't know that I caught a bullet and threw it at some guy. There was no magic light.
But he fell. You couldn't have thrown something.
Does the boosting have a visible effect?
Give me a notice roll.
Yeah, it does have some.
Visible effect, but if no one was looking,
My back was to you all for the most part, so.
I know.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
could see.
Of course.
I was standing like right
Yeah.
But when you
You're
guys are
down
all
here, you could see everything.
when you guys are all standing around this
You cast when you were
NPC
next to me.
and I'm
Yeah.
casting
So,
something, mine is very
The rule
evident.
is that if someone wants to see, they can make a notice check against the huckster to see them casting the spell. You don't
Yeah.
just because she casts a spell right next to you doesn't mean you automatically.
That's
No.
true.
No.
Okay.
You can.
Hucksters
you can make a
are
notice
better
check
at
to see.
hiding it.
Yeah, well, that's
They're gamblers. They're sort of
Yeah.
deceptive to begin with.
Uh-huh.
So
It's just a straight notice check.
me, not so much. Mine is very much more
I like the hex.
the open.
The hex slinger is a little more subtle because
Yeah.
with the hucksters, you actually see like cards, but most of them keep a deck of cards with them when they're gambling so that they can do it without being noticed.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I didn't buy a deck of cards.
well, for you, since we're saying hex slinger rather than huckster gambler, you're probably
Okay.
doing it through your weapons or something.
Straight notice.
Yeah.
There's no penalty or anything. Like for
Huckster
example,
has
I know
fingers, I
that
can
someone
probably-
cast a spell on me as given my background that I texted you,
Well.
I know something about the occult and magic and stuff. I don't know who did it, but I know someone here cast a benign spell.
Well, as far as the Apache goes, you're probably like, well, he's an Apache. Probably
Goes without saying.
he knows. He probably it doesn't surprise you. He knows magic. If we're using it.
Yeah.
And mine is quite obvious.
Oh.
Technically, if I see you cast magic, I should be bringing you into justice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's illegal?
Well, let's see.
Extremely frowned upon.
Yeah. It's
Like-
just gotta.
If he is
After
not
I
an agent
saved
and
your
just a
life?
marshal, like it's
I
well,
know.
that's the thing. That's the thing.
So
like,
it's sort of like-
Rangers also know that this stuff exists,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the things they say is like when you find them, you either kill them or recruit them.
Oh, okay.
So like
It's
even
sort
though
of
you
like
guys do
in
magic, that
nowadays
doesn't mean
you
that
see spiritual
can't
healing. That doesn't
die.
strike you as anything weird, it's people. But if it was
I would find it
voodoo,
pretty
spiritual healing, you're like, whoa,
no,
what are you doing with that kid? I mean, chicken blood is a little bit strange. Well, that's sort of like
Oh, okay.
it's a little bit
So, like,
taboo.
you're really gambling with dark powers, then, is what you're doing.
Well,
Yeah.
people
That's
don't
what you're
know.
doing.
People are very superstitious in this
Oh,
age,
okay.
so.
That's what you're doing too.
They're not quite. What's the town where they drown witches all the time? Salem's Lot, but it's not far away from that if you think of the
So
timeline.
I really don't want to be throwing magic around in bunch.
Not where the public is really concerned.
Oh, okay.
Now, if it's bad guys, you're gonna kill them anyways.
Right.
Yeah. In terms of something like this, with this big fight, not a big deal. But
Yeah, Yeah.
I mean, basically, if you ever make me angry, I could take you to jail or probably get money for. I found me a huckster, but yeah, that's not going to happen in the realm of the game. We all got to be friends, and well, the Rangers can use the people who dabble in the dark arts and for their benefit.
Like you said, it's either kill them, bring them in, or recruit them.
Yeah, kill them or recruit them.
The patch really doesn't understand the reason to keep him alive, but he helped out because sort of thing.
Like if I meet a mad scientist, like I must destroy infernal device.
The Japanese. Right, so you get him awake. He wakes up and sees two heathens standing over him.
And I have my tomahawk out.
Level.
I'm just like looking at you, looking at him, going. Okay. You wanted to suffer? We got some leather and some angels, I'm sure, somewhere near here.
And you said,
all right.
I am strange.
I got figured.
I just don't see the reason to keep him alive, that's all.
You want to kill the man while he can't defend himself, and then you just kill him.
Sure.
Kind of gather them.
Yeah. Because you asked for him.
He's not on a horse right now.
The only way to do is well.
I'm not on my horse, and you're not on.
Aurora's got her horse.
I have my horse, but
and Artemo's got his horse.
And I
got mine.
My horse was I never got one gathered it yet.
Yeah, these two haven't gathered the horses yet.
I'll go gather the horses.
Okay.
I got a 4 on my intimidate.
Okay.
Unless I get any situational
I was going to say, I'm going to give you a +2 just because he's lying on the ground and just got brained by a tomahawk, and that guy's still standing over him. He doesn't know that that's the guy who minorly healed him.
Make him suffer again, or what's the purpose of this healing? Because he's like...
And he was probably... Yeah.
I just healed him.
Just chop off like a toe, and then that'll get him.
Yeah.
Toes are
I just don't understand sometimes,
isn't there a list of crimes and what they?
I'll try to resist with
his
spirit.
Page and song, but it's in there.
Yeah, so
knowledge will all roll.
He did not resist with his spirit, so he looks well and thoroughly intimidated.
Who's your employer?
He points at the guy with the hoof prints where his face used to be.
That guy.
He was the boss. I don't know. He's the one who got the money.
Okay, so you're not with any of the rail companies?
Directly, no. I'm sure it was one of them that hired us to do this.
Who dropped you off out in the middle of here?
Nobody.
You got no horses? You walked?
Yeah.
I cocked the hammer.
We did. We walked. We got a hideout. It's right over. And he starts pointing over at these hills that are over behind.
How far?
I'm sort of looking at the Japanese going, "Now, do we kill him?"
Look up. Well, I'm talking to him after.
If you kill him, how is he going to show us where this hideout is?
Other than your hideout, where's the nearest town?
Dodge City.
So at this point, I'm covering him behind his
town.
behind his back.
Okay.
So this is you over here.
I can't hold my gun to his board if you're tying his hands to his back.
You guys probably aren't in those particular positions at this point. We just kind of stopped doing it when we went out of combat.
You can still talk to him and threaten him.
I know.
I'll kill your chickens, your cow, and then your...
No! Flashback! Chickens! No!
Stop the chickens! I'm gonna kill all your chickens before I kill you. Make you feel the pain I felt watching every one of them click.
Running around headless in the yard.
I'll come riding back.
So you ask him how far, and he goes, "Just a day's walk."
Okay. Now, what about the nearest settlement?
Lost my map. Looking up at my screen for reference earlier. All right, so I said you're in Colorado by now. Hadn't quite got to the mountains though, so.
You said you got him cuffed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's
So
all
you
yours,
cuffed him,
Marshall. I'm
okay.
done.
That's kind of I was like, do we actually want to go from
I'm going around looking for an anthill.
I'll see all those dead bodies over there.
Mantle?
It says
Apaches were cruel bastards. They tie you up in the desert with an anthill underneath you.
So the station's a day's ride up the tracks.
Ants will clear anything off their hill
Yeah.
by solely.
We got the
Eating
location we
you
need of
away.
his hideout. We
Yeah.
got the location of the nearest town. This
Mhm.
man's gonna hang for his crimes.
What's
All
the
the
nearest
dead bodies
town?
over there.
Union or Confederate?
It's disputed lands.
I solved it right now.
Nope. he
Disputed in the
hangs.
sense that both the Union and the Confederate claim it, and the
Yeah.
state's going, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Well, the one that really
So
said
do
that was
we-
Utah, but
Yeah, they did.
Should we go to
California
the
did too, but
hideout
no
and
one cared.
investigate?
Yeah.
I think we
There's
should
probably
go
no
check out
real
the
law in
hideout.
the next town, so hang him. I agree with
Hang him here.
Aurora. Well, I don't know your name yet.
I'm a
you're closer to Confederate lands than Union, so the town folk are probably more likely to would recognize your authority more than a Union marshal, but
It's only a day's ride to take him to justice.
Jeez, right.
I say we hang him here because we need to investigate the site of where they came from.
I am the justice.
I am the law.
Well,
there any reward money for taking him in?
his crimes definitely. Well, we don't. Well, would I know that? I have a book that has bounties on it.
I'm a bounty hunter, so I would know that.
Do you have
too,
knowledge
right?
of law?
I have knowledge of law.
You may want
So that you probably would know it.
Yeah.
Skill
Well, the book is your plus 2 though.
That's why I was curious about the crime and punishment.
Yeah.
I don't know how important growing.
Well, with the rail wars going on, I mean, these guys just killed
You're
all the rest of the passengers on that train, so
Oh,
you
okay.
can get by.
there's no doubt about it. You know who it was and what he did, so yeah. I mean,
This
he's
guy have a bounty on him.
Yeah.
he's going to hang for sure, so you're either going to
Sometimes
do it
have that
yourself
happen.
or you're going to
It's
hand it
a-
over to
Yeah.
somebody else to do it.
Knowledge for bounty.
Well, that's the
But-
thing. If they get a
There's
bounty
no-
by handing them
That's
in.
probably fine.
The Black River Rail Company might pay
Whose line were we on?
Black River, so I'm saying they might pay.
Do they? No. Let's take them in
If
then.
these guys were working for one of the other rail companies, you know, who knows what it was. You're not that far away. I mean, probably
We don't know you're a bounty hunter yet.
a day's ride north is the Union Blue line. It runs parallel, so it doesn't quite hit Dodge City, but it runs parallel north. They're both going northwest to
So at
the.
this point, now that we're off the train, I'm
Denver.
going to put my badge away.
So the closest one is Union Blue, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're the ones that paid for this destruction. You know, could have been Bayou Vermilion, and they're like 1,000 miles to the south.
These boys were probably paid in.
But they were paid in Confederate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be
Could be
trying to
sad.
frame Union Blue. Could be Union Blue trying to frame what's it
Dixie
called?
or one of
Dixie.
the others.
You two keep saying something about take him in to hang him. What do you mean?
Well, we're gonna hang him for his crimes. It's just, could we bring him into the nearest law office and get paid to have them hang him?
But what do you mean by hang him?
Rope around, noose around the neck, hang him from a tree.
You've probably seen that.
Yeah.
Not the way it's done in Japan,
That's what I'm getting at. Is like,
but in terms of like bringing him to the judge, you know, what you would see as like a daimyo. They, you know,
I realize this man is not an honorable person, but why would you hang him?
Because that's the crime.
That's what happens when you commit crimes, and
So he's going to die. Why not give him a clean death right here and now?
Because a hanging is a clean death, and it's in what the law says he gets.
You ever seen a hanging man?
I have. I've seen them done well, and I've seen them done poorly.
I gotta say, you got a funny definition of clean.
But it's still what the law states.
I ain't arguing with the law, just
We can form a firing squad for him.
I think we should take him in and see if there's any money to be made off of this.
Most Apaches don't bother with that. Death is death.
This man is guilty. If his crime would exact death from him, then why not give him his death right here and now?
Sounds good to me.
He's kind of look at it. He's like, what do you mean by that, mister?
If I had my die show with me, I would do it for you, but I cannot.
Will this work?
Yeah. I think it's some kind of that dress that they wear.
I'm standing right here when we ask him, what's a dice?
Yeah, the guy's like, you want to kill me with dice? Hanging sounds cleaner than that.
My family's sword. I'm in search of my family's sword. It was taken from me when I was brought to this land.
Oh. I am sorry to hear that, Mr.
Aritomo.
Aritomo?
Yeah. I wrote down that wrong. It was an A, not H.
folks call me Rose. Mr. Rose.
I am honored.
I mean, you go by your last name with strangers.
Usually. Yeah, I'd probably go as like Gunther more than
Gunther Spittle Chin.
Texas.
Well, once we establish ourselves as a
I want
party,
to call you Tex, I think, just the whole time.
once we establish ourselves as a party, I'd probably be like, hey, you guys can call me Kane. And yeah, after that, Kane.
All right. Well, you guys determine what you're gonna do with him.
Sounds like we're taking them to the next time.
He kind of
Yeah.
shuts up pretty quick because he's just like, all right, I'm gonna screw either way. So, all right.
Well, he may not get hanged.
With a Union Marshal and a Ranger probably telling the same story. Yeah, I think it's probably
Yeah.
No matter what the political leanings of the town are, you get two lawmen from both sides agreeing on the same crime.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What happened?
Can
Why are
we-
you guys agreeing?
Could we ask them why they were sent to attack the railroad?
Well, the man who would have known that got shot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, no, he
Or
got rough ridden over, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because head caved in with.
Well, you guys know that the rail companies are basically in fierce competition and are not above resorting to sabotage of one of the other rail
Cutthroat tactics.
in order to hasten their own agendas, beat them to another town, things like that. Cause them to use manpower and money to fix rail that's already been set down like this, so that they're laying out the new stuff. Maybe they can get an edge. And also, if they cause enough terror among the populace, they may think, oh, well, this rail is more safe than the other one because the other one's been attacked 4 times in the last year.
That was Black River that we were riding on.
Can I go back to the fancy dressed gentleman who was shot and search him for any sort of ID?
Sure.
And money he may have on his body.
That's what I was thinking.
ID, yeah. This
the
pocket
whole
watch is
screen.
very nice.
Maybe his family will offer.
But he has a wallet.
I can bring news to his family of his demise and give them some peace.
That'd be the quarter she finds in his pocket.
Actually, you find a letter of introduction to I'm not even remember the name of the company.
Black River Railroad.
No.
Sorry. It was just
It's there's a fairly famous scientist engineer named Darius Hellstrom.
Oh.
Who works out of Utah, who's also one of the rail barons, runs the Wasatch line. I don't remember the name of his. The company that competes with him is called Smith and Robards. I don't remember the name of his company. If it's just
Helmstrom.
If it's just
Industries, I
Hellstrom?
believe.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, you find a letter of introduction to Hellstrom Industries. Apparently this guy was a scientist, the fancy dude, who was on his way to Denver to work at the local office there, and there's mention of, technical assistance with the tunnel, and there's mention of something called the Hellbore that's tunneling through the Rocky Mountains in order to just basically put a train line right through the middle of the mountains instead of up and around them.
Somewhere John Henry's going, God fucking damn it.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like this guy was going to be an employee of that company, working for them in some sort of engineering or scientific capacity.
Well, Butterway's completely ignorant of the
You're a good
Hellstrom
person. You can assume his identity.
junk. Barroway, for that
How
matter.
would you do that? Do you have to roll for that?
Well, you'd eventually roll some persuades to
Culture.
convince people
Yeah.
that,
His
I
identity.
This fancy gentleman.
And he had $81.
Nice.
No splitting it with the party there.
Yeah,
no, play your character. If your character would have kept it by
Yeah.
yourself.
And the $1 goes towards the family.
Yeah, he's like, hey guys, look at this letter I found.
$1. That brings you up to 108. Nice. And 50 cents.
Butterway rarely goes into town, so money doesn't mean that much to him right now.
How's the cheese?
Good.
I'm trying to save up money to head over to San Francisco. That's not awesome.
Yeah, I've heard this
That's
one
right,
before.
so-
I'm trying to save money. I'm trying to save money to start a new family. Really?
Like that guy from Total Recall. I got 5 kids to feed. And then later on, I got 4 kids to feed. What happened to the 5th one? Nope, sorry, you caught me. I don't got no kids.
Things are tight, kids. We're gonna have to eat one of you.
Alright, so yeah, so you found out what that guy was about.
Okay. When I post this episode, I'm going to have to call it Foul Vengeance.
Yikes. You should probably all do an introduction around the table after the fact so you can edit it into the front of the podcast. Hi, I'm doing this.
And I just played.
Yeah. No, you just
Yeah.
and I'm playing or whatever, and you just put it in the front of the thing.
Yep.
Why does that one guy sound really drunk in the intro?
Yeah, totally.
No, I'm sober now. Quick glance at the guy I'm driving home.
Right.
Yeah, I'll saddle up.
So you guys are going to.
I mean, these guys.
You guys are going to go bring this guy to the next town rather than dispatching him here and heading to the hideout. Is that what's going on?
I think it's what we came to.
Yeah. I was convinced to see if there was a bounty.
All right.
Make sure to get if we have a map you can mark. All right, where's your hideout?
All right.
Does he mark it, or do I have to threaten toes?
No, he marks it.
Okay.
He seems kind of listless now that he knows he's getting taken in for a lynching.
It's not a lynching when it's done by the proper authority.
That's true.
Probably should have thought about that
It's called
before
a
you agreed
hanging.
to attack a train filled with gunslingers.
If they overlook all the death and murder that you caused, they may only give you 20 years to life.
It's Denver. You might get one of them liberal judges.
Now the Apache is very confused at this point in time as to
Right.
why they're doing what they're doing.
I brained that guy. They made me heal him. Now they're making us ride his way out of our way so they can go hang him.
I'm just very confused.
Because if
Not what the.
we do it this way, there's a chance we might get paid for our troubles.
Yeah. Once again, he's completely lost. He doesn't go into
You also watch them take money out of all of their good dead guys' pockets.
Well, the money doesn't mean anything really to. He finds more use in what he can take.
It's like, all right, we split 5 ways from now on.
Yeah.
The rifle and equipment.
Right.
Did you take the poverty flow?
No. No, but he just doesn't see the functionality of money so much as it's something the paleface use.
Who you call paleface?
Alright, so we'll just fast forward. You guys arrive at Butte Creek. It's the next town up. In fact, actually, as you guys are going there, no, it's not been long enough. I'm going to say they were probably running out to find out why the train was missing, but this all happened fairly fast, so it's not like the train was horribly overdue.
Taking time to maybe dig shallow graves for the dead or something.
Well, then.
Because otherwise, I mean, we're riding how many days?
1 day.
1 day.
1 day horse ride.
One day out, another day back. 2 days. Who knows what sort of critters are going to munch on the dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just coyotes.
I'd say we do something respectful.
I'd say there are very many wolves in Kansas.
Colorado, though. Tons of wolves.
More coyotes than anything.
Still scavenge the dead.
There's always something.
Yeah.
Even the ravens will pick out their eyes if you leave them here, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Raccoons are probably.
Yeah. Rodents.
So you're saying you want to dig holes to bury these people under the ground?
There's still a fire going, you can toss them in.
Yeah, so I was
At least that way their spirits
Well,
travel faster.
want to let these people have a chance to get a decent burial.
Once again, the Apache sort of.
Whatever. Christian funeral.
Your ways are strange to me.
Christian or otherwise.
Completely.
Alright, are you guys going to
They're
spend...
dead.
Oh well, I'll look
I mean,
for
you're
a
going to spend the rest of the
Spirits
day
are dead.
Yeah, it's a lot of
gathering bodies and doing that, so...
Looking west, but.
I'll start doing the grave digging.
Okay.
I don't understand all this.
First I'll look for a
Are you
shovel.
guys,
Don't
Yeah,
need.
do you even have a shovel to start into it?
I
I
have
have
a
to find
shovel.
one. You do?
I do.
Ranger, if you'll loan me
And a
that
pick in
spade.
case we hit some rocks.
Yeah, he's.
you guys making Tom help you? That's the prisoner.
Oh, we totally should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we've all heard stories
He wants
about
to bury his people.
dead that rise from their graves, have we not? Living out here in the
Uh,
weird
I
west.
think we should burn the bodies.
Have you?
He's worked on the railroads. Probably has.
Master Chang has said such. That happens in my country.
You've heard stories.
I mean, we've fought the dead.
Well,
I know.
I was going to say you two probably know.
I
for
just
sure.
rolled a cult and I got success.
Of course they do.
No,
So-
that, I mean that to me is common
But
knowledge.
that's a lot
Well,
of bullets.
So
I mean, it just depends on your belief. You can burn them and then they're not coming back, but if you give them a proper burial, it's probably going to be that much more difficult too for somebody to mess with the bodies.
I try to assure you two that no, the dead don't roll. Like they no. That's just rumors.
That's just guys with
Just saying that to
hangovers.
scare you.
Ow.
Of course they rise.
We bury him. Ain't no one going to mess with him, make him come back from the dead. At least not without a great deal of trouble.
Reburying is the proper Christian thing to do. I know I'm not playing Brother Earl, but I still figured, it's timeliness.
Alright, I'm just letting you know it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
So, alright.
On her suggestion, we'll
Indians,
make this Tom guy do the digging of the
Yeah.
graves.
Boy,
so we're gonna wait
looking
for,
for
that
some
guy to
fresh
do all the
meat.
digging.
We're just
Getting
gonna
some-
sit
At
around
least some
polishing
of the
our
digging.
pistols and
Yeah.
rifles.
Scavenging some rations out of
You hold your gun
the
in, make him dig.
Yeah.
I'll go look for
out
another
of the
spot.
train wreck and
Thought my
shit
gun
like
was
that.
there.
While you're at it,
Dig.
dig an extra grave for yourself.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, that's cool to make a man dig.
He's actually pretty much sure that that's what's happening. Actually, he's just like he's not even counting bodies. He just like keeps digging. Are you just having him do like one big one, or are you actually having him dig individual?
I don't understand it at all. It makes no sense to me. Why
I
we
think
would go to all this
they
trouble.
can ID the bodies later.
Yeah.
That's the other reason really we want.
Yeah, you're wondering why they don't have Etta come out and do it for you.
I'm not touching.
Yeah, Apache's not really.
Um,
It's not his thing.
all right, well, you spend the rest of the day, and he's got like maybe half the graves dug that you need, and that's even going shallow.
Digging some hard work, let me tell you.
Well, I said I was looking for another shovel on the train to help dig.
Oh, I'm sure you can find something if you're gonna
Yeah, I
assist.
wasn't going to stand there staring at him waiting for him to dig.
Right, well,
6 of us just stand around like one man.
Caltrans, the early years.
We're on a lunch break.
Everybody's got an orange vest on. Nobody's working.
He gets 2 15s, right? If he digs for at least 4 hours.
That's right.
No, this is before labor law.
Also, we're just going to kill him anyway.
All right, so you're gonna help dig. You said.
Yeah.
What is everybody else gonna actually do? While
I
this
got
is
my
going
gun on the prisoner, watching him, keeping an eye on him as he digs.
Okay.
I'm going among the train to see if I can find anything of use.
All right.
Food. Ammo for my new rifle.
You have survival.
Yes.
Totally forgot
We all
about that. I
got
don't have
20
rations.
rifle rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, you each want more.
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
He's a survivalist.
As we're
Really, they are. So
collecting the bodies to be buried, I'm looking for IDs off of any of them, as well as any pocket change they may have.
nothing. I got 3.
All right.
So
Yep. You're scratching around like I can't even find a goddamn shovel.
I'm not even.
I'm
I'm not looking for no shovel, but
It's photoshopped, but it's funny because it's D4.
Figure we'll take the
What was
IDs
it?
into town.
It's like D4 sticking My favorite Photoshop recently was the one with Trump and his family at the Pope. The women were both dressed like in like the fucking black morning. Well, I guess that's what you're supposed to do when you meet the Pope because he's wearing white. So Trump's in his suit and Ivanka and Melania are standing there with the fucking black on and the veils and all that kind of shit. But somebody photoshopped in the fucking kid from The Omen standing there. And then somebody took that shot and photoshopped in the twins from The Shining next to him. And people just kept adding to it. It's like the fucking chick from The Garage and just all sorts of evil, religious, scary stuff. That's pretty funny. It's like, oh yeah, that does look more like the family. Are you going to continue working in the dark?
We only got half the graves dug even with my help.
No, I'm all dug. There's a passenger train.
Well,
I'll probably help dig. I got a pick as well.
Maybe we'll have to have double up on some of the graves.
family graves. Those look like a couple.
I reckon they're going to come back and dig these people up, take them to the.
They're the same height lying down, at least.
You start playing matchmaker amongst the
Matchmaker with the
dead.
dead.
These two a couple now.
Yep. Exactly. Don't know who your husband was, but you're spending an eternity with this guy.
We're gonna put these 4 in the same grave. They're swingers.
Yeah.
Swing right now.
These two are our lesbians over here.
The beginnings in LBGA.
All the brown people over here.
This guy is shameless
Over here.
by himself.
Sort of.
This one deserves a rainbow.
Alright,
So we're gonna have to camp out overnight, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah.
Did he manage to scrounge up any food? Because
I wasn't looking for food.
He was looking for, yeah.
I'm looking for ideas.
Food on the car.
By the way, was looking around the trail. He was looking around the wreck and said he didn't find anything.
I was surprised there wasn't a kitchen or.
No dining.
Aurora came up with $87 of change and bills and things.
I'm walking right by the money that's
She's looting the bodies that you're about to bury.
I can go look for food. In the train.
I'll cover the preserve. This is the end of the day, and
Well, who's got good survival? Other than
But you probably found some IDs and things like that too, where you can
Not
report.
no survival.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would know what food looks like on a passenger train.
Well, but being able to,
Yeah, I just must have walked right by all those jarred beans and noodles and sacks of grain. That's not food. What is this?
Bag of peanuts.
I'm looking for meat.
Peanuts is better than nothing.
Bag of peanuts and little liquor bottles.
Yeah. What the heck is all this junk?
Thank you for flying United.
Oh, look, a $20 bill.
Well, like I said, Aurora was looking at the bodies. You did not find anything in the wreckage. Boat away. Sarah was keeping a close eye on the prisoner, which is good because I was going to have him try to escape until somebody said that. Eric, what are you doing?
Digging.
Well, yeah, I'll probably help dig because, like I said, I have no.
Okay.
Even with the shovel, I have a pick too.
Okay.
And then, yeah, if it starts, I might want to
All right.
start going.
Well, in that
up
case,
there.
I'll see you guys can get the bodies buried and say a few words over them. By nighttime, but it's either it's either camp now here or ride out in the dark, following the tracks to Butte Creek.
Camp out.
I didn't camp out.
Yeah.
things
Camp out there.
in
Some
the
of the town
shadows.
should be coming this way.
Well,
Feel
you
better
just buried the
with
food.
Well, we kind of got shelter here with the toppled cars.
Yeah. Better stay and put with a good fire.
All right.
That's what he was just saying. We just buried the food.
I can stay on the first watch.
Maybe we should take it in pairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stand with you, Mr. Aritomo. Aritomo. Sorry.
I'll take the watch with text if there's no objections.
All right.
I'll take third watch then. With our friend here,
Boat
away.
And double check out my revolvers.
He's like, "What's this watch you speak of?" Thought I was going to crash.
Hey, by the way, you want some water? What is this water you speak of?
Yeah.
You think they're weird ways.
What is this ground you speak of? What is this sky you speak of? What is this anything you ever speak
Right.
of?
What do you mean the Earth is flat? That was a good one I just saw on Twitter recently. If the Earth were actually flat, cats would have knocked everything off it by now.
Yeah.
There's some idiots who actually still think that.
There are.
There's a guy that recently took a level on a plane because the level didn't do what he thought it was going to do. He thought that means the Earth is flat.
That's scary.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. The other 5 billion of us are in on a conspiracy to fool you and your friends. But
Yeah.
That still means that there's 2 billion people on the Earth who are confused then, huh?
guess so.
That seems way too high a number.
Apparently circumnavigation is meaningless to them.
Mhm.
To like the passenger car,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
railing.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find some piece of
That's a
train
good idea.
iron that you can
Just can't find
shackle
it.
into.
The axle. Go ahead. Here's a hacksaw. You have all night to work on this.
Well, you just hacksaw through the cuffs then. Don't give him a hacksaw.
Yeah.
You just go saw and saw through his friggin' wrist.
Yeah. It's not stupid. That's the quickest way to get out.
Um,
The ghost rock will put it on fire. You have 15 seconds or 2 minutes.
well, I guess I should check and see if you guys have any visitors in the night.
As long as they're not bunny rabbits, I'm fine.
So people come by, you know.
I hate those. I wasn't there, but I would hate those buddy rabbit attacks.
Yeah, they were dicks.
Sucking water out of you.
Yeah. Yeah. The dehydrating death rabbits.
Start getting really, really thirsty.
And they did like fatigue damage, so you went down faster.
When does the fatigue damage end?
I was reaching for a crack.
Probably won't rest tonight.
Yeah, it'll probably go away with you guys actually resting, since nobody had a -2.
Except we didn't have any food to eat.
You didn't buy any rations?
Can we drag like a dead horse out and cook that over the fire?
Sorry. Why would I buy rations when we were on a train going somewhere?
Yeah.
Yes, I can just see it now. The survivors died next to the train. On the way back to town, they just didn't survive in the heat of the Kansas plains.
In order to get him to be quiet, I'm going to
Kansas
eat
anymore.
Bo, whatever his name is.
Vote away.
Vote away.
Put away.
Yeah.
All right.
He's got
It wasn't because I was starving, it was because he wouldn't shut up.
Third watch.
Okay.
Sure enough, there is an encounter. Some people come riding down the tracks on horses, following the tracks on horses from the direction you were heading. Because now that you spent all this time burying the people, the train is pretty far overdue. So they come looking for it. So it's a friendly encounter of town folk who want to know what the heck happened.
Explosion.
And at first they might
Wake
think
up the other people.
At first they look at you suspiciously until they see you're wearing your badge, right? You said?
No, I put it away.
Oh, you put it away. Okay. Well, they're definitely looking at you suspiciously because 2 of you are brown and.
I pull the badge back out. I should
Okay.
flash it to them.
I'm in the shadows.
Hear the sound.
Why are you pulling a gun on the townsfolk?
Well, it just woke me up.
Oh.
There are things out there, I said.
Well, I woke you up.
And people.
So
I hear
explained the
horses
situation
galloping towards
Okay.
us. I'll be waking people up.
about the blowing up the train tracks, the train derailing, most
Right.
people, all the people dying. Got the direction of, we got some information from the aunt, pointing over towards the cuff
The
guy,
prisoner.
the prisoner. We're gonna bring him into town.
He's gone. He chewed through his wrist.
Hopefully he's bleeding out then.
All right. The leader of the investigatory team seems like a local constable.
He's referred to himself as the Merriff.
That's right. Says,
Nerve.
well, we could take the prisoner back if you're wanting to find where these bastards' hideout was.
Well,
You can be sure he'll be hanged.
Some of our party were curious about if there was a bounty on their head from the train company.
Well, yeah, you'd have to take that up with them. There's telegraph office in town if you want to get there and send word to them about what you did.
I say we send word after we go and check out their hangout. What do you guys?
I'd like the he's with the authorities now.
Yeah.
We don't really need to go in town. A bounty would be nice, but there's bigger bounties out there than this guy who we've never heard of named Tom.
Also, we did ransack like every.
Well, yeah.
That's why you bury them. No evidence.
Glad you're here. Take the prisoner. Don't worry about the loot. We already got it all.
I hand them all the IDs and identifying information.
Okay.
So glad we took those off the bodies. Now we don't know who they are.
Well, you buried people, so you know who at least you know who some of the dead were.
Probably would have kept it in order of how you were burying them. Top over here, bottom of the stack.
She didn't know we were switching the order out.
No hair off my back.
We're illiterate and can't read. Bury them anywhere.
Alright, so you guys are going to light out to find these guys' camp, and we should probably call it, because it's 10:30, and I see some people glancing at
I
their
knew it!
phones already.
I was right!
And that's why I decided it would be a friendly encounter instead of the prairie ticks that I rolled up.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, let's not do another combat yet.
I was correct.
Correct,
All
Bella.
those bennies you had, you weren't able to use.
Well, I thought about using them with those guys, but...
And that was our Session 0 of Deadlands Reloaded. Listeners, I hope you enjoyed this as much as we did, and please feel free to comment and share, or even send us an email at rvrpodcast@gmail.com. We are the Rogue Valley Roleplayers, and thank you for listening.